football, culture, movement.
What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of FCM Football Culture Movement. You are part of the movement. Welcome. You already know what time it is. Before we go any further, if you're in the building, like, share, subscribe, algorithm. Run it up. Go and tell people we're live. I know this week's been a bit funny with the fixtures, but listen, we're here to give you the good content. You already know what time it is. Myself, Maiwa, to my left, the cult hero, the name you can trust, Culture Cams.
Man popped up like Undertaker.
Why is he wearing all black as well? And then like the brightest shoe.
Bro, I come from a christening, yeah. I had to just check whatever I had in my boot, bro. I had this tracksuit.
Why do you have a black tracksuit in your boot?
Like, yeah, you know why. With the scully.
Yo.
With the scully.
You know, when it's ride out time, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
abracadabra, though. Obviously.
We left that.
Obviously, to my right, we've got the podcasting Pepe.
Hey, come on.
The leader of violence.
Whoa. I'll take it.
Fuad Kadadi in the building. What are you telling me? You good?
All good, man.
And of course, we've got the one and only production.
Yes, sir. We in the house.
Why was first name underneath me?
Why is production looking like he played for France in 2006? Huh? Why is he looking like he, bro, young Ribery or something? You get me? What the hell?
My summer nursery.
Ribery enough. You ain't getting no bitch.
Ribery is crazy. That's a vibe.
That's a mad one. But listen, like, share, subscribe. You already know what time it is.
Man.
Before we go any further, it's only right before we get into the show. RIP to Bobby Charlton.
Bro.
A real footballing legend. It's only right, man. It's only right.
That's a legend, man. That's a legend. I can't lie, that hurt, bro. If you know the history of Man United, bro.
Listen, man. Busby
That one
Baby
is sad,
survived. World
That's the
Cup,
GOAT, man. That's the club GOAT.
Ballon
That's the
d'Or.
club GOAT.
I think he might actually. Yeah.
He is, bro.
Won
He
the World
is.
Cup with his brother, innit? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Like
crazy.
that's bro. When you're a Munich survivor, yeah, seeing all your teammates, not all of them, but your teammates die, many great players. Do you know what I mean? And to go through this, not only the physical recovery, the mental side of it as well. To then go and win a European trophy, for Manchester United, be the first ever English captain to lift the UCL. You know what I mean? Or European Cup at the time. Of course, Ballon d'Or, World Cups. He was our all-time top goal scorer by the time he ended. Obviously, Wayne Rooney's eclipsed that. Honestly, bro, that's just, bro, he's the GOAT, man. And to be what he was as well, as an ambassador and just as a figure, bro, that's the GOAT of GOATs. You know what I mean? Obviously, we all have our generation GOATs. You know what I mean? Rooney, Ronaldo, whatever. But you're talking about the GOAT of Manchester United, yeah? It's Sir Bobby Charlton, bro. That's
He's
it.
almost like that one figure you've always seen throughout.
Constant.
Always.
United
Constant.
as a constant figure. Good
Always
or bad
constant.
times, they always point to the crowd. You see Bobby Charlton, and it's like, just recognised as one of the greats. And I think off the pitch as well, just seen as one of the.
Yeah, he was one
gentlemen
of
of
the
the sport
people
as
that when things were getting techie for Fergie when he came in, he was one of the people that's like, no, you have to back this guy. Like, it's going to be all good.
Hey, man,
and
real
and
men.
it turned out like that. And even like post all of that, he was still in and around. It was almost like poetic that Carrick and Rooney managed teams against each other this weekend, and they found out at half time, and they were both like, listen, like this guy was everything. Like, it's just poetic that you know, offspring of his influence are now in the managerial game, and still testament to that United spirit. So yeah, man, it's only right we pay respect to legends, man. Like, obviously condolences to the family as well,
Of course.
and you know, the United family, and everything. But let's get into the show, man. Game of two teams, man. Listen, if your team went out there this week and collected the W, hold tight the 3-point collectors, innit?
Hey,
Hold tight.
Big up.
Hold tight. Hold tight.
Relax, bro.
We grabbed some trees. We grabbed our trees.
Relax.
For Bobby.
We grabbed that. Did it for Bobby, man. For Bobby,
we
bro.
barely did it for Bobby.
Barely did it for
We
Bobby.
grabbed our three.
Listen, man.
You didn't grab a three, but you ain't played yet. See?
played yet.
So this week, I'm sitting good, bro.
You said the tables are changing.
Yeah, bro. This week I can, right, bro, City next, so I gotta take it how I get it. You get me? How it
Copenhagen
comes.
as well.
I thought that was a City next, like, we're coming. Yo, alright.
For Bobby, First game of OT.
No, Copenhagen will be.
Oh yeah, okay,
And
then we lose.
It's Champions League as well, you know, the heritage. Yeah.
I hear that.
You said then we lose.
Then we lose.
You're dumb.
Hey, listen, hold tight the participants as well. Let's get into it, man. The big fixture of the weekend, of course, was the Chelsea-Arsenal fixture. Before we go into it, from a neutral standpoint for you guys, like, how was that game? Because for me, it was like, this is what a derby used to feel like. But for you guys, how did you find that game from a neutral perspective? Then I'll go into a few things, but...
I thought it was a good game. I actually enjoyed that game, bro. Like, and Stamford Bridge actually felt like a little bit like the old Stamford Bridge. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, maybe, I don't know if you know when you play in the rain, yeah. It always intensifies things,
bro.
Everything feels a little bit more hype. And Chelsea just came out like ready for it. You know what I mean? The intensity. I tweeted during the game. I was like, wow, Chelsea are mad intense at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? And that was led with Sterling and with Conor Gallagher and just the whole team in general. Just Kukurea as well. He was snapping at Saka's heels. The team just came out very, very up for it. But then I also like what Arsenal did as well. Yeah, their first half wasn't good, but you can say you guys got a lucky goal, but they got a lucky goal as well. But I like the way Arsenal started to grow into it in the last 20 minutes as well. I felt like that was a proper good game, bro. And a lot of people walked into that game thinking Arsenal were gonna smoke Chelsea. But you know, you always get these kind of bogey ones. I remember when we were talking about, we looked at Chelsea's fixtures and we were like, look, even if it was Bournemouth that had that run of fixtures, they're always going to pick up. There's always some results that happen. You know what I mean? You pick up some. It's never ever lost. It's never like that. Yeah. So Chelsea's have started this little run pretty decently. Obviously, getting a result against Arsenal. So now overall, I thought that was a very, very, very good game.
I think Chelsea will be annoyed though, man.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I felt like I woke up this morning. I was still angry. I was seething. I was like, what? Because for me, I felt like, given the two games we had before and going into this game, it was important to make sure that we can try and continue something. And you know what? To go 2-0 up was great. I felt like we performed well. I felt even like small things like Poch's tactics. Like this whole 4-4-2 he did out of possession with Conor Gallagher just pressing. And I was like, right, this just makes sense. The fastest and most fit player on the team, just run. And it worked. We contained them. And then it's like small moments for them were perfect. Saka's not done anything in the game. Perfect cross. Declan Rice has been doing two jobs the whole game. A minute of magic from him, a second of magic for him, and it's like it just shows you where the two teams are, where they can. They're so well worked and everything that it comes to a point where when it's time for quality to step up, it works for them. And we're still in a place where we have to constantly be at 100%. And the little moments we slipped, we got sucker punched.
It wasn't even moments you slipped. It was a goalkeeper that let you down, bro.
No,
like
so,
single-handedly.
What? So
like for me, I'm sorry, Sanchez threw that game away.
All game he was trying to
it was like I felt like even when you lot went 1-0 up, it was like deserved. You lot actually deserved. As you said, they came out of the blocks and actually made it feel like old school Stamford Bridge. I was like, all right, the penalty you can say arm out. What did you lot think of that? Was
That's
that
a pen.
A penalty? You saying penalty?
For
the Saliba handball.
In the letter of the law now,
it's
a penalty.
So it's a penalty. So, and at the time, I thought it was like a deserved lead. But then after that, you lot did the low block, sit behind the ball, and it was a case of once you lot went 2-0 up, I thought, all right, Chelsea should be coasting now and see this game. You said like last 20 minutes. I think till Trossard and Havertz came on, they didn't really even activate. Arsenal didn't look like they got out of second gear. I don't think any of their players, Saka, Saliba, Odegaard, any of them individually even kind of took control. It took them maybe the last 15 minutes. And then you look at Sanchez, I'm like, bro, the game is in your hands. And you should have seen it coming from, was it right after the second half when Jesus, he knocked him out, Sparko, and you're like,
that was a
bro,
pen.
What
that
the
was
hell was
a pen.
The fact that VAR didn't even look at that for me was a little bit shaky already. And then I'm thinking for the pass, Enzo kind of did sell him short as well, I can't lie to you. Because Enzo, all right, you might not receive the pass properly but at least can you try and block Rice's shot? He just moved out of the way and it just simmered past him. And then the last one, you're just like, come on, man.
So
for me, it's a case of that game. I felt like was a good game, and it was cagey, and you had the rain. It was good, but I felt like the goalkeepers were almost trying their best to say, no matter how good we are here, we're gonna throw this out here.
And the thing is, it started at 0-0. Sanchez was doing this from 0-0.
Raya was doing,
but Sanchez was like, hold on, we're gonna go. You know what I mean, bro? Literally, so he was doing it, And then Gary Neville kept saying in commentary as well, like, Raya's moving shaky. Do you know what I mean? I was like, what? Sorry, not Raya, sorry. Sanchez moving shaky.
Yeah.
And so for him to go and do that for the goal, I'm not even surprised, bro. I'm not surprised. He was just moving.
I think
game.
one of the things at one point, in the game as well, can goalkeepers just get back to goalkeeping? Because we're almost in a situation now where, like we were with centre-backs, I feel like a few years ago, where everybody's a ball-playing defender, but nobody can defend. All right, you can all pass out at the back, but can you not do the basics now, please? Like, we need to just command your position, command your area, communicate well,
we need
catch the ball.
We know this is Sanchez though, right? I mean, even last season, bro, he got dropped for a guy that before last season no one had even heard of, bro. Who did Marks? Yeah, Steele. Bro, so Chelsea signing him was almost okay. They wanted Mania, they couldn't get him. They wanted Onana, they couldn't get him. They wanted to get rid of Kepa. It was the best that they could do. So we know Sanchez has blunders.
You know why I want to highlight him as well is because so far this season though he's actually been fairly decent, and Chelsea fans have felt like, you know,
he's had moments.
It's been a bargain. It's been well done, and I'm like, it's games like this where you kind of expose yourself a little bit, and it's like you're just a stopgap.
What I would say on him is he's one of those people where ultimately you watch him as a player and you think you're going to have two clangers in this game, and hopefully they're not detrimental. And the two clangers he had, because he played that pass to Enzo a few times and it was fine. The one time you mess it up, Declan Rice, beautiful finish by the way, beautiful finish. The second goal, like you said, Gusto was asleep, and that actually comes from the Pochettino sub where Reece James comes on and man them don't know what the formation is anymore.
Where was Reece James playing?
He was playing in midfield, and that's why I said ultimately.
Field.
So
right field.
What wingfielder, middle wing, middle wing. But again, that's where Arteta. I feel like Arteta's decisions before the match. I didn't think Saka was 100% fit. You could see that in the way he performed, but his substitutions again, similar to big games of recently, came through. I think with Poch's substitutions, Cole Palmer's tired. You have to take him off. But Nani and Nico Jackson came into this game with a very nonchalant, not understanding the opportunity of what was going on. And then Reece James comes into midfield. No one knows if he's playing at the back or in the midfield, and then you get lapse of concentration.
That Nico Jackson chance as well, by the way. I think that was at what, 2-0?
That was at 2-0.
That could have
Cole Palmer had one as well. We should have been 4-0. We should have been 4-0. And that's why it hurts.
You try and do the go round,
and that's why it hurts.
But I think you did get a little bit. I think you did. I wouldn't say complacent. That's the wrong word, but. Not complacent, but do you know what? I think there was a point in the game. I remember, I think Colwell was on the ball or Thiago Silva, and it just felt very like it kind of felt like Arsenal had kind of in a way like not accepted defeat, but it kind of felt like they were looking at how are we going to get back into this game, and Chelsea were just passing it side to side. And it's so funny because I literally sent a tweet saying, "Oh, Chelsea actually schooling." By the time it actually pressed send, Declan Rice. So I was like, oh damn,
that's where that Elon update undid.
So like there was that point where I feel like everything was just going right for it. But as you mentioned, one little mistake can turn the game. But then you got also give credit to Arsenal for going and getting that second one. Do you know what I mean? So, I want to ask a question though for you as a Chelsea fan. Is one is the attacking aspect of it, right? So basically, I feel like you guys do build up decently and you do kind of create chances, but I feel like there's just not enough goals in your team, not enough finishers. And also, I want to know what you think about the whole Conor Gallagher situation, because he was meant to be sold, bro. He was on the market to be sold. He didn't end up getting sold. I think maybe him not getting sold is the reason why you didn't go and get was Cherky from Leon. You know what I mean? All these players that you were linked with, you couldn't really get because you couldn't move on Gallagher in the end. But now all of a sudden he's Chelsea's captain, which was a bit questionable. But he's been putting in some decent performances. Like he's that kind of. He's like when Fred was having good games for us. That's what he's. No, but that's what he's.
Same thing.
No, but that's what you lot. So what do you think about Conor Gallagher and your attack?
To the first question, the attack lacks that. You know, like most top teams, you have like one gunslinger, like one like certified booter that's kicking the door down. Chelsea don't have that. Chelsea don't have that at the moment, and that's why I remember a few weeks ago with Cole Palmer, I was saying that the reason why I like him is because he just has this sense in attack and third. He does things simple. We don't have anyone that's gonna then be there to score goals, and that's why the hope for Nkunku is he can try and maybe emulate what he did in the Bundesliga. Nico Jackson, for all he did in the preseason, the off-ball movement and everything, you can see it when he's in front of goal. He's not a natural finisher. And if you haven't got someone that's naturally going to be comfortable in front of goal, you then start thinking where did the goals come from. Even if you look at the penalty, we crossed the ball in on what it was Mudryk going for the header. That's a bit odd. Yeah. I've never seen Mudryk go for a header, but okay, a pen came from it. So that's one area that you look at and you think, okay, in January, how can we do something about it? Because we have to.
Yeah.
Broja is going to take time to be fully fit. I don't think he's the person that can take Chelsea to where they want to be at the moment. Nico Jackson, I always said, ultimately he was bought off a purple rain of form. And right at the moment now, you're already seeing that he's not that natural striker. So you need to bring someone in. Who you bring in is up for discussion. So that's how I feel about the attack. We do need a number 9. Boy, listen.
There's the links him. You guys links him.
If we can cop at what, 200 million or something, you know that man.
Apparently he's a boyhood Chelsea fan.
Yeah, he's a Drogba. He's a child of Drogba. Child of Drogba.
What are you gonna say?
They got the 2004 photo of him with the.
And if you check the 2007
everyone
one,
in Africa was wearing fake kicks, man. Like everyone had them, man. Come on.
With Conor Gallagher, to the Conor Gallagher thing, the reason why I respect what's going on with him specifically is he's been utilised in the way that suits his strength. We know that in attacking third, he may not give you the best pass. He can't. Wait, I was gonna say
the Palace in the final third.
No, but it was. But with Palace, it was kind of like even if it was janky, it's alright. You know, like when you're playing at the top level, you can't afford to miss the one key pass you have. In the game yesterday, he did like 4 key passes. I was like, alright. But the energy he brings, he's in this position where it's like, go and just infect the game. He was winning duels. He was doing so much, and it's like, okay, great. He's now, beginning of the season, he was playing in this deep 6, and it's like, bro, he can't receive the ball there. You're killing him. You're killing him. So I'm happy for the fact that he's showing up. We always say that when it comes to football, even if you don't have the ability up there, how can you apply yourself and show up when it's needed? And he has done that for this team above anyone else. He's been like, listen, I am going to make sure I give 100%, and hopefully that's enough. So you have to respect it.
Should he be a mainstay in the team?
He's got to be. I've always said that he can be in and around it. If you look at the quality of what we have right now, like he's proven that he can do something in this team. He can play a role. You just have to play him in the right role. He's not going to be a 6. He can't receive from the centre half. He's going to be in trouble. But what he gives you, there's not many players in the Premier League that can get around the pitch like that.
They're trying to mould him as a white Kante, yeah? They're trying to make him a white Kante.
Hey, listen,
let me onto something, you know?
You want to go a step further?
What?
Listen, I won't lie to you, yeah? You know when he grew his hair, yeah? And did a little ponytail, I was thinking this guy's going around like some Argentinian bulldog sort of like getting nitty gritty. But I respect it, especially in like a London derby where those games mean a lot. You could tell that he was up for it and that energy was infectious. I thought Thiago Silva had an amazing game. You tweeted the Rolls Royce centre half was on the other side, but I'm looking at the 30-year-old man. I'm thinking
30?
40, 38, 39-year-old Thiago Silva. I'm thinking, this guy doesn't.
And I know people will say, "Oh, it's in a low block or whatever," but listen, at that age, for me, you have to give credit when he's still putting in them time.
He nowhere near exposed enough for how he should, how you think he should.
The one
for so long, it's almost like we've been waiting. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. The Premier League's gonna expose it. And listen, this season, I think Chelsea fans are kind of more calling towards him getting dropped. And then he puts in that type of performance in a game like this. I just think, credit to him. And I think someone who deserves credit as well on the Arsenal side, just quickly, I think Trossard as well, man. We're getting that equaliser. I think, what's he got now? 4 and 8. I think Saka's tired. I think Jesus... That performance, brother.
No, as I said, he wants to be Vieira, not Thierry Henry, bro.
Bro, listen, man, we're getting onto Kane dropping deep, and meanwhile, you got QB1 over here. Please, man. No, but I'm like, I don't know what Trossard has to do at this point to start.
What I would say is,
I think since he's come in, he's shown his value.
What I'd say is, against City, he started. He didn't have the best game.
Yeah,
but
the one.
In the Champions League too, he's been starting. I think too.
I get that,
what I'm sure him against Kyle Walker and said, make it work.
I mean, like a consistent run,
so
even as a false 9, in my opinion.
For me, again, you know how I said that Arteta got his subs right? I think with his starting personnel, for me, it's like Saka was tired before he got injured, bro. Okay, he's not injured anymore. He's still tired. This guy's been cooked. Like, okay, he gave that minute of magic, but bro, like, you won without him last time. Like,
what I would say is that I do think like we've got someone not similar in terms of talent and stuff, but we have Garnacho at Man United. Do you know what I mean? And we always think, well, I think anyway, he's better off the bench. Do you
What,
know
is
what I
a
mean?
closer?
Yeah, he comes off the bench, he makes things happen. He can
Tired
change
legs,
the
yeah.
he can change the dynamic of the game. When he starts, I'm a bit like
Nunez
nah,
at Liverpool
he's
even.
he's not really giving me that spark. Do you know what I mean? But I think we got to remember as well, when you play against Martinelli for 90 minutes, Martinelli's always trying, bro.
Yeah.
He's always trying. He's running down the line. Even if it's not successful, he's making you worse because you're running along with him consistently. Trossard can come on, not saying that's always the case that he's playing against a tired defender, but Trossard can come on and make an impact in a different way. Do you get where I'm coming from? Sometimes when you start, you're not always as effective. Do you know what I mean? So that's the problem, because even with what we're saying, is it false 9? Is it a winger? Is it left 8? What is Trossard going to be?
It just feels like he's effective wherever he comes on, though.
It's probably,
you ask him, plug in here, he'll do it.
No, but Arteta's probably looking at it and thinking, all right, let me just have my specialist and you can be that wild card
You're my closer,
instead
man.
of
You're my closer.
instead of you
Oh,
be.
fairs.
You know what I'm trying to say?
What I'll
I
say
remember you
quickly
lot
though,
used to use Kalu back in the day, like
as the
that.
closer.
Yeah, like just to come off the
Solomon
bench, chip in
Kalou.
a goal here and there, and it
Yeah.
used to be useful, and he actually made like a role for himself
Yeah.
off that. He could
Bro,
do
It's
that
not
as well.
it's not a bad
Kalu
word to
scored
have.
60 goals for Chelsea. You know,
That's
Bro,
crazy.
60 goals.
That's crazy.
Sleep on what
60
he-
goals
bro,
for
Kalu used
Chelsea.
to do,
Ivorian. But what I was gonna say is to close on the Chelsea aspect of it. It's one of those results where you're angry afterwards because it should be a W, and it gives encouragement for the games to come. For me, what it showed was that Pochettino is getting the players to understand, and like even the small thing like the low block and everything, it's like, okay, cool, you can devise things in game. The substitutions, it is what it is. Like they could have been really good. That Nico Jackson could have scored that opportunity. But now moving forward, let's go in for that, because our record against Arsenal has been appalling. I think they've won 6 of the last 10 or something like
Yeah,
that.
you ain't beat them since.
We ain't been it for a long time.
It was a while,
We ain't been it for a long time. Obviously, Mudrik's goal, like, it is what it is. It's almost fake
Did he mean
that he's
that?
going to
Did
score.
he mean that?
I don't think he meant it.
Of course he didn't mean it, bro.
I don't think
He's
he meant
talking about the coach and I were working. His positioning. He's hopping off his line.
Did
So
you see Pochettino afterwards on it? I was like, whoa, calm down. He meant it.
No,
He meant it. I was like,
Arteta was like, he really meant it.
I know you're trying to get his
What
confidence
foot was
up.
it with? It was with his left as well. Oh, no.
He's like replays.
He's
I was trying to give it to him as well, and then I saw the replay. He did not even look.
He didn't look up once, bro.
He's got to be worldy to do that with his weak foot. Not looking, yo.
But
that's
you can tell by his celebration he didn't mean it, because he's kind of like, oh my gosh, just
But now he comes out with his Rooney celebration.
I know he was thinking, yeah, you guys should have signed me. I know what he was doing there. You know what I mean? But on the Arsenal side, though,
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
for the Arsenal side, there's a few things I want to discuss, because I feel that this game goes a bit differently for them if they have a few different personal issues. There's one person that I want to highlight from the team and give praise to, and it's away from the goal. Declan Rice's goal was an insane finish to instinctively do that, but I was watching the game, and to me, I was thinking, this guy's doing 2 jobs. He's thinking, I've got Jorginho next to me, so I can't leave this guy.
They don't trust him.
And then, also on the flip side, my captain is not doing what he needs to do going forward. So now I'm
dear
stuck between
God.
2 places. And that's why I respected the performance, because ultimately it's a very difficult thing to do when you're firefighting and you're under pressure. So to come up with the goal, so that is the key goal against Chelsea, the winner against United. That's not what they signed him for. But man said, listen, if someone's going to have to show up to work, I'm going to do it. And I respect that about Declan, because it was the same thing at West Ham. On the flip side of that though, the reason why he's having to do 2 jobs is because someone did not want to do their job yesterday.
Oh dear God.
Culture cams, please rise to the stage. Please rise to the stage.
Nah, you are a big Odegaard
yeah,
fan.
I like Odegaard, but he's not somebody I'm gonna
no.
fight for. What are we doing? What are you trying to do here, mate?
I want to talk about Odegaard in
want
terms of
to.
like against the big sides, if you like, quote unquote, against the big 6 sides or whatever. It just seems like for me, time after time, we're seeing underwhelming performances. And I'm sorry, but if you saw the game yesterday and Bruno Fernandes put in that type of performance, the criticism would have been crazy. I know Norway, midweek, crunch time, needed him to qualify for the Euros. Didn't turn up. Am I lying? North London derby, where was he? Missing. Last season, crunch time against City when they needed him. Against Liverpool when they needed him. Earlier in the season versus City, when like time and time again, there are moments when Arsenal need to rely on their captain. Let's not forget here, the guy who's supposed to be the conductor in midfield. But bro, if you watch him this season, he's not even creating chances. So in terms of this, like, oh, he passes the eye test or whatever, you're not even doing that. So it's like, what is Odegaard in these big games? I'm not saying, look, Odegaard's a quality player. 7 out of 10 times he'll give you a good performance. But in those big games, when you need him, when Arsenal need a captain, when Arsenal need a midfielder to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, Declan Rice is doing that. But Odegaard, you're the captain here, bro. And time after time now we're seeing it. What's going on?
Poacher guard.
What is going on? And this season he's turned into a poacher where every time he gets to the edge of the box, bro, he's not even looking up. He's just shooting. It's
weird,
like,
isn't it?
chances created, the stats nerds I'm sure will tell you, he's nowhere near them.
I think he's created 2 chances this season.
It's awful.
2?
Like, his assist numbers, if you look at them, they're awful. And I'm constantly told that this guy, he's a natural creator and a playmaker. And I'm like, okay, in the big stages when he's needed, where is he?
So what do you think the change is, though, from this season and last? For Odegaard.
For Odegaard in particular,
for
I don't think...
For the fact that his chances created, as we're talking about his chances
I
created.
think this season, what he's realised was last season there was a goal-scoring form he hit. I think there was 15 in the league or whatever. So there comes a certain... You know what? I can score goals now. So when you get in those types of positions, and especially considering they haven't had a consistent number 9 they can rely on, whether it's Jesus, Havertz, every week it's changing. So I got to be the guy to get the goals. It's got to be either me or Saka. And for me, it's a little bit like, no, get back to doing the basics of what you're doing, pulling the strings in this midfield. Because last season, that was the brilliant thing about him. Picking up in that right half space, as they were saying, Xhaka doing that secondary role or whatever. But you're not even doing that. And there was times yesterday, bro, he gave the ball away in the most simple chances. And I'm just looking at it like, Arsenal fans themselves are looking at it like, what is going on here? So for me, it's like, is there big game questions? Is there big game allegations? Because if this was Lukaku, if this was Bruno Fernandes,
we have longer history of it, though, innit?
FC,
Well, hold on.
FCM Port is round the corner, brother. Port is round the corner, brother. That's all I'm saying. And the cases are building up right here. Listen, certain man might have warrants out for them.
We're saying what?
Hey,
you're saying what? This is
listen.
civil court.
I'm there if you are, bro.
Hey, if you have cases for me, send them to my DMs. We will be monitoring this guy very closely.
What I would say before I hand over to Leah's quickly on this is a lot of Arsenal fans have been discussing this for a long time, because I remember last season I came out and I said, well, I feel like he does rise up sometimes. And there was a game where he got an assist and they're like, yeah, but that was this game. The rest of the games, we don't see him in these moments. And I get sometimes it's hard as a creator because, you know, sometimes about taking the game a scruff of the neck, sometimes like a Declan Rice who's a combative and everything, you can kind of see the value. But as you said, when you're that person in the team where it's your pass does this, you doing this key movement does this, it's like you're needed. And to go to your question before I go to Leah's, I think that potentially, to what I think you might allude to, maybe the forward line is affecting him, because I feel like him and Saka link up very well. I still see their little pass in the wing and whatnot. They isolated a few times. But as you said, if Jesus is dropping behind him, then which direction am I going to?
Yeah,
Martinelli, we know that
Nketiah has been playing a lot. Anyway.
And then, then when it's Nketiah, it's like, okay, like, we've said it. Nketiah didn't look like the level against Chelsea. He didn't look at the level against City as well. I feel like in some games he can give you something, but if we're being fair to where Arsenal are going to, I don't think Nketiah is where he needs to be for them. So maybe he's being affected by the fact that there's things around him. That's still not enough of an excuse, but it plays a potential factor into
but
why.
Then he goes and plays for Norway with the best goal scorer on the planet, bro, and his chance creating.
No, that's true.
What I wanted to say about Odegaard, you were saying these guys have a history of it. When you look at Odegaard, though, he has one season in his career so far. Okay, he's still young. He's still got time to grow, but he's only had one season where we've ever seen him at a level where we consider him an elite player. So I feel like we're giving him the benefit of the doubt, but we have 1 year of evidence that he can show that he can be a guy for a title-winning team. Outside of that, bro, there's a lot of question marks. I always hear Ozil in big games. Odegaard, is not even half the player Ozil is creatively. And his big game repertoire of missing in games, I think, is starting to get at that level, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think, but the thing is, I think like it happens when you get to 2 extremes. Do you get what I mean? I think now, because everyone saw last season Odegaard was one of the better players in the league, right? And I think now we're getting to a point where it's like, all right, obviously I agree in the big games he can do better, but now I think it's a thing where it's like, oh no, actually, do you know what? He's a fraud, and I'm like, no, but he's not fraud. Though. Do you know what I mean? But that's like the narrative that's kind of being run. Do you get where I'm coming from? So that's where I gotta disagree with it. Do you get where I'm coming from? I do think he can do better in these games, and he listen, he 100% should, especially as captain. People always say captains mean nothing in this day and age. For me, they still mean something.
Absolutely,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So as a captain, I think you should be the person, not always grab at the scruff of the neck, but you should be there. You should be present. I fully agree with that. But I just don't like how I personally think it's because every club, every fan have their stocks in a certain player, whether it's the United fans in Bruno, whether it's Tottenham fans in Maddison, and you get all these comparisons. Everyone's comparing. So then as soon as one does this, it's like, oh no, he's a fraud, he's a da-da-da-da. And I just think it goes a little bit too left. I don't think Odegaard is at a stage yet where he's a massive concern. That's
no.
I
don't think
What I'm saying, the conversation here, I don't want it to be, Odegaard is a fraud and whatever. I just want to say, in those big games, we are noticing you're not there. It's
a pattern.
And
I thought last season he scored in a couple big games, though.
Yeah, but you can score in. Also, he's a creative midfielder, bro. His role on the pitch is more than just scoring goals.
But he scored in them. He turned. Was he good in them games? United games.
But this is where we go in.
But was he good in them United games last season?
This season he wasn't that great.
United good.
United were the only games.
What was the other one?
There was two games that I remember that it was like, okay, cool.
He did do well last season in the big games, bro. I'm telling you, he didn't do bad in the big games.
The Arsenal fans will tell you that there's a lot of big 6 games or whatever that they feel like he needs to do more. There's ones that stick out to us because he's probably against our teams and whatnot. But they will say that they haven't seen
Last season, what was Odegaard like creatively? Would you guys say he was poor creatively last season?
No, I would have said
better.
Last season he was at his best because he was goal scoring and he was creating as well.
Yeah.
This season, what I feel like is he's become almost too focused on goal scoring that it's taken away from his creativity. And I'm like, okay, can we at least get back to the simples and the basics? And yesterday, that's what I'm saying. It was those simple passes and those final through balls that weren't coming off. And I'm questioning now, is it a confidence thing? Is it a big game thing? Is it the lights get too bright in those big games? That's what I'm asking. I'm not saying this guy's a washed player. As I said, he's a quality player. He's one of the best last season in the Premier League. But can you turn up in the big games when your team needs you? Because now in back-to-back games for your club and your country...
But this guy, lads, hold on.
I know you're a big Odegaard fan.
Hold on.
I know, but we have to be honest.
Who watched Norway?
Norway v Spain?
No, did you watch it?
That's a big game.
Did you watch it?
I did.
No, you didn't, Fuad. No, you didn't. You didn't watch the Norway
He
game.
didn't run with his agenda, so he can't continue it.
Did you watch the Norway?
Do watch international.
Fuad, did you watch the Norway?
I watched the Holland game
100%.
and the Spain game.
You watched the Norway game then, yeah? All right, cool. If you're saying you did, but when how we're saying like, oh, and in the Norway, I just feel like man just looked that Norway didn't go through, and then they say, okay, that's what I'm saying. Unless you watch your eyes.
Norway was smelly as a whole.
What I want to say on this is
Spain, they're better team than
ultimately, because we're speaking about from the Chelsea game. The reason why this is a topic anyway or place of conversation is because at the end of the day, if Arsenal are going to compete with the rest of the teams that are kind of like bubbling around and they're trying to keep their city, he's going to be a key factor to that. Champions League, he's going to be a key factor to that as well.
I trust Odegaard's going to rise up this
and that's what I'm saying.
Ultimately, and everyone's going to feel safe.
I'm mentioning it now in October, because there's still plenty of time in the season to turn it round, or there's plenty of traps there where we're going to look back and say, hey, this is now a recurring pattern. I'm just making note of it. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
That's a perfect time. Production, can we get some super chats? What's the conversation saying in there?
First of all, there's a lot of Arsenal fans in this chat because they are not happy about this conversation right now. This guy's not a super chat, but he said about Fuad, he said, asking Fuad for honest opinion on Arsenal is like begging the desert for water.
Okay, look. I'm not even being disingenuous here, but do Arsenal fans think Odegaard had a good game yesterday?
No,
he didn't. Not yesterday. No, he didn't.
So what have I said? And then I said in previous big games there have been games where he hasn't turned up. Is that a disingenuous?
But there's also been games that he has.
I think there's been games where
you guys are making it these two are making it out like Odegaard is a certified big game
couple of times.
Let me just make
North London derby last season. Bro, he scored 2 goals.
Well, hold on,
last season. This season.
I just want to make
where was the one this season?
This is where you're
Cam.
One at a time.
He's disingenuous about Bruno, to be honest with you. How can one player who scores a goal?
This is where it stems from.
I'm not even a Bruno fan.
This is where it always stems from. Man always want to talk about Bruno. Bruno doesn't do his job. It's as simple as that. No, hold on. Bruno doesn't do his job every single time. Yeah, you want to talk about Odegaard. they got to say Bruno. And this is why I knew this is where it stemmed from. I was waiting for someone to say Bruno. And Leah did.
But here's the thing. I'm not a Bruno fan like that.
Bruno doesn't do something. Bruno has been shocking this season. Absolutely shocking, bro. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Bruno's big game. We can do it. You know what I'm trying to say? But this is what always happens, yeah? Man, I was waiting to hear the B word. I was waiting. And I knew he was going to
But this is where it's inconsistent, bro, because I'm not even a Bruno fan. You know that. But my point is...
I'm starting to think you are, bro.
Absolutely not. Nah, you see what he's doing now?
No, go.
I'm not a Bruno fan, but at least I can be consistent. When Bruno scored against City last year, he didn't have a great game. So
you saying Odegaard doesn't have a good game?
My point is... This is where you're going one extreme or another. You're talking about, Odegaard scored in that fixture last year. That doesn't mean he had a great game, bro. Hold on, let me he's supposed to be, I'm saying he's supposed to be, and this is where I think everyone has misjudged him here. He's supposed to be Arsenal's number one creator. We look at him as a creative midfielder, but is it more he's just aesthetically nice to watch and he's got some nice touches, or can you please put down some creative stats throughout a season? Which one is it?
Okay, so Odegaard against Spurs away didn't perform well. Odegaard against Manchester United didn't perform well,
bro. He didn't perform well. Against Man United, he didn't perform.
Now because I'm talking about he scored. Now because I'm talking... Wait, hold on.
When he played Liverpool.
Now because I'm talking about because he scored, man, I'm thinking that I'm just saying, just because he scored. Are you trying to tell me in them games Odegaard did not play well? Or was he just stat padding? He played well in them games, bro. Why are we going on? What I'm trying to say is you man are going on as if Odegaard is a certified big game ghost. And I do not believe that's the case. That's what I'm saying.
There's a pattern building. If you don't believe so, don't believe so.
I can hear that. No, you
don't
can
believe
say that.
it.
But you can't try.
But I'm saying there's a pattern building.
You can't
if
try
you want to turn
invalidate
blind
everything
to
else,
it, be my
you
guest.
can't invalidate everything
I will
else.
keep building my pattern.
In closing,
the case will build.
In closing, what I would say is ultimately everything good
Bruno
that they do.
is shite in big games. The name, the fact that Bruno's even been brought up is annoying me.
That's what I'm saying. He got rattled by Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno,
and all of a sudden now it's whatever.
Bruno is terrible in big games. He's a detriment to our team in the big games. And this season we're seeing it more and more. Not even only just in big games, in little games too, in the smaller sides too. So I don't know why Bruno. I hate when people try and bring up. That's just trying to find a false equivalency. Bruno. He's got his own issues, mate. You don't bring it to Odegaard, bro. I'm sorry. It's not about
what I want to say.
Don't bring that. Don't bring that hoofball over here. Don't bring that hoofball over here. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Inclusive.
The only reason I brought up Bruno is because when Bruno played bad, Odegaard was the guy you brought up, bro. No one brought up Odegaard.
Let's steady it.
Hold on.
Super chat.
Wait,
No.
Let's steady it.
No.
Please, man.
Man, them don't like. Hold on. No. See, this is what man them do. The man them don't like. Do you know what? I realized this is what got people triggered. Yeah, people do not like. Yeah, I never talk about Odegaard and Bruno. The only time I spoke about Odegaard and Bruno was this season, and I said I saw one captain out there today. I didn't see the other. Since then, people are like Bruno. Anything Odegaard does, what about Bruno? Yo, listen. Odegaard's failures is not going to lift up Bruno. Let me tell you that. That's what I'm going to say. It's not going to... If that's your win, cool. That's what I'm saying.
I just asked for consistency.
Odegaard singularly.
One pod. Just to sum this up, I feel like with everything good that Arsenal do, he is an integral part. We praised him last year and being the captain that kind of led this team into where they were going. I just feel like for them to be where they want to be, he will have to be at his best, and he will get there, because ultimately we're just talking about a small pool of where it's the big games. But like we said, the fractional differences in the league come down to the big games. So let's see how it develops across the season. And it's quite interesting because if you think about it, a few seasons ago, Smith Rowe was getting double figures and whatnot from the midfield and the wing, and that helped. Odegaard last season got a little something. So maybe he's thinking ultimately to help Saka and these guys, I might have to do that as well. Who knows? But at his best, he's an amazing player and he helps them. But yesterday, that performance wasn't the greatest, and Declan Rice ended up having to do two jobs. You can't change the facts on that. Yeah. That's the facts. Let's go to the rest of them super chats.
Yeah. So Siva says people praising Chelsea, but they've won 1 out of their last 12 home games, which is Luton. Also, why is Conor Gallagher still their best midfielder? Enzo, Caicedo, Rise.
Boy, they want to talk about Odegaard.
On the games and whatnot. This is the thing, Chelsea.
You see now what he does, bro. This is why I do it.
Calm.
Who was better yesterday, Enzo or Odegaard?
Calm. Not gonna say a word.
Listen,
go.
on the
Not to say a
whole
word.
Chelsea have won one game thing, like this is what people need to realize. Chelsea have been bad for a long time. Even when we won the Champions League, were we not terrible side? That's why everyone was like, it's a disgrace to European football. We've been bad for the best part of 3 years. So telling us this stats, okay, cool. Why did Arsenal struggle then?
Boy,
We're so bad. Why did you struggle?
go to the next one.
And then with the whole Enzo and thing, whatever, like, all right, cool. Like, Caicedo tried last. Like, he actually played well for me. Caicedo played well. Enzo shows glimpses. I still think he's probably struggling to adapt to certain things.
Yeah.
We've mentioned the running power. We've mentioned that.
I thought he looked good yesterday.
He
personally.
did, but there's certain things you look at and you go like, oh, if you had a bit more, like it would be better. Do you know what I mean? If he had a bit more.
He needed to score to have a good game. I forget.
But his technical ability is insane.
I like the way he called Honcho though when Sterling tried to take the penalty. He said, "Hey."
Hesse, he said, Hesse.
I thought you were Mr. 100 goal Premier League. Say no more.
Man can't be getting little bro.
Next one
Big
is Fuad Kadani's Army says Poch bottling gene. Fuad experienced this in aged 45 years.
Hey,
This guy's your biggest
I
op,
need,
bro.
I need this guy to rebrand. You are falsifying my name.
I don't
brother.
think that's
Yeah?
a Poch. I don't think yesterday was a Poch bowl.
Nah, I
That
don't
was
think
Sanchez, bro.
Sanchez.
That was
Nah,
Sanchez completely. I don't know how you got anything to do.
Don't get me
with
wrong. I don't think his substitution helps. Like ultimately, that the one moment the shape that two banks went, we can see that goal. But I don't think that's a Poch bottle, man. If anything, that hopefully he gets into the players that listen. We can't be at that level. But saying Poch, come on, man. Everything can't be agenda,
hype,
man.
This is a good one. Makeshift Eli says, I'm at my new Tesla job. I can get fired for listening, but I'll just tell Elon, brother, it's FCM Sunday. Move, man. Also,
Big him up, man. That's what you like, man.
he goes, also, Odegaard, you're stinky. Come on, you Spurs. He's one of you guys.
That's one of my boys, man. Big him up.
Tina says, when Arsenal need their captain, Odegaard in the big games, he is like Waldo. He's hard to find. If Arsenal will fight with City for the title, AFC with their big players need to step up.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah, Jiba Football says,
Decker's the captain armband anyway, mate. Anyway, Karen, give that to Deckers, mate. He's the captain of the team, man. So I said
Now
it's
they're
gonna happen
asking for
straight away.
Odegaard to get
I
stripped.
said it's gonna happen straight away. Give it to Deckers, mate. Let's stop playing games over here. Do you know what I mean? Let's stop playing games. The minute he walked in, he was the captain of that team. Do you know what I mean? Simple as.
captain without the armband.
Simple as.
Jiba Football says, some weird Arsenal fans want to say we were at our best and still drew. Chelsea weren't at their best. Thought you'd smoke us, but this is not last season. Fuad Kadani's Army again says, Onana got criticism while Sanchez light-skin tags.
I can't lie, yeah. This sounds
Pretty
mad.
privilege
yeah.
is real.
This sounds mad, yeah, but
Pretty privilege is
when
real.
we speak about-
Colorism.
You see, when we speak about the goalkeepers, yeah, bring back working class goalkeepers, man. Like
Bring back the guys that wear caps. And that.
yeah, like Chris Kirkland,
Yeah, Anthony Amy.
Jaskalainen.
Pickford's there. He's at number one.
Yeah, pick.
Yeah.
He's decent.
Yeah.
Man. You see a save from. I'm from Harvey Elliott.
See, they
Picky,
fell
man.
right into that. They fell right into that.
Picky's my guy.
Yeah, I
man.
respect it.
Allow it,
Guy, bro.
Go on, Picky.
Who's Picky?
Maybe like Pix or something like that.
That's the first time I've ever heard him be called Picky.
Tweet Picky. I always tweet Picky.
Bro, not even JP, man said Picky.
Picky is crazy, bro.
I am dead.
Hey, I'm crying. But is that all the super chat?
Nah, we got a few more.
Go on,
These
let's
guys are
go
going
through. Let's
crazy
go
with
through.
them.
Whilst you're here as well, like, share, subscribe, get in, like, fly those likes up. Super chat, let's go.
Yeah, definitely.
man.
Farouk says Jesus is good, but not a reliable goal scorer. IMO. Yeah, I feel like we
Can we pause there quickly? I want to ask you guys a
Nah,
quick
we gotta
question.
run through these super chats.
you got a lot.
No, it's just a quick question. For Arsenal to go where they need to go, yeah, is Jesus the number 9 that they need? And is Zinchenko the left back that they need? Yes or no?
No, I don't. Well, to where they need to go. What's that? To win the league?
Yes.
Top 4. Yes.
I mean, if it's to win the league, you could potentially, but I think to be an elite team, they'll need to replace them too.
Okay, cool. Fred, thoughts?
Yeah.
You think it's
I
enough?
think Jesus eventually, yeah.
Eventually. Okay, cool. And Zinchenko?
How old is Jesus? 27? Eventually.
You're getting up there.
Zinchenko definitely not.
there's a player in
Zinchenko
there. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Why not? He's unguardable, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He told Rio he's unguardable. All of a sudden he's getting hooked every game. Like.
Inside, you gonna follow
Anyway,
me
innit?
You would leave me? You would leave me inside?
in the middle?
Oh
By myself?
no.
What's your winger going
Since
to do?
then, every winger said, "Yeah, you, Bobby, you should get down. Sterling, come here." You know, bro, everyone's cooking.
Now
bro.
he's all on the bench.
I said,
sulking.
D up!
Allow it, man.
Man, am I going to
Don't kill me, man.
Bagging Pips says,
Who?
I don't know, Bagging Pips, that's his name, bro. He says, people compare Jesus and Firmino. Bobby made so much space selflessly for wingers and also turned up in big games with goals. Anyone recall Jesus doing that? S says, out of form players equal reactionary takes. No need, in my opinion. Tina also says, when Odegaard plays for Norway, he plays best against teams like Cyprus. And the rest, he's like Waldo in games against Spain and Holland. James says, don't want to hear about Liverpool lurking. Even Klopp says they got away with one of Konate's nonsense. Okay, that's for a different one. I guess we can go back to that one. Mongeline says, don't talk shit about my captain. The reason Odegaard has not been the best, it's based on Rice. Both are trying to do the same thing. He's missing between the lines, missing Partey. And two more. Any10 says, Arsenal fans were complaining that Odegaard doesn't shoot and he passes too much. Now you see what he's doing and it's too much. And then finally, S says, Cam said the B word. United fans want Odegaard in the gutter with Bruno. Odegaard played well against Newcastle, Chelsea, Spurs away last season, and Liverpool, United, Spurs at home.
Oh yeah, they don't think about them ones.
Did he play or did he score?
I'm not
did he
talking
play well or
no
did he
more.
score?
Leave me alone. Who said that? Who said that?
S.
S.
It's his name, S.
Oh, I thought you said something else. S. Shout out S, bro. Shout out S. Let's move on now, man.
Listen, man, really quick one. Liverpool got a W yesterday. But when you look at the table, they are lurking. They're in and amongst it. I mean,
Liverpool, they are.
The cult hero said a few weeks ago, what did you say? They're back.
They're back in
But
the mixer.
There's
They're
something.
the mixer.
There's something I want to highlight, and it's Mo Salah. So he has scored, assisted in the last 13 games, and the only two people that have done more than that are Shearer with 18 games consecutively and Henry with 17.
Damn. Gunmen as well.
OGs.
Serious gunmen strikers, bro.
For real.
When you think about what Mo Salah is doing at the moment, we mentioned that he's kind of like not adapting, but it's like I'm doing more creative stuff. I'm still scoring the goals. Darwin has been sort of well, molded into this team. First thoughts, like, what have we thought of? Because now we've got a few more games to look at. The way Klopp is rebuilding this team, because we've not actually had a conversation on it. Like, what are the thoughts on like how he's gone about it?
It's interesting, bro. It's a slower tempoed, a little. I actually think they've turned up their tempo from last season, though.
Definitely.
But it's still maybe not.
It's not rock and roll.
Not the rock and roll guy.
Yeah.
It's Amapiano. It's not rock and roll.
You're dumb. That's understandable because they have like McAllister, because they have it's kind of like not as, how can I say, like primed athletes, should I say? Yeah. But I still like the way that Liverpool play. I still like their games as well. I still admire that everything that Liverpool do is vertical. I keep saying this. They pass forward. They pass forward. They pass forward. No matter what. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And when they when Trent does come into midfield and they have that kind of like four people up top, because one of the midfielders pretty much go as a striker. Salah's there. You got the rest of the you got Diaz and you got Jota, whoever it's gonna be. They make that front four. It's just always that way. You know what I mean? Now, yesterday, they did get a little bit lucky, you know what I mean, in terms of, not lucky for the game,
Red
but
card.
that should have been even, you know what I mean, 10-10, 10 men. But obviously, they got a little bit lucky with that. But overall, I don't think Salah necessarily had an amazing game yesterday, but he walked away with 2 goals. I kind of feel like, does Klopp not know he's sitting on the best 1-2 punch in the Prem, in my opinion, potentially? In Darwin Núñez and Salah.
Nah.
They come. I get that he's a off the bench live
Yes,
wire.
I was
get
just about
that.
to say.
But there must be a way.
You said it with trust,
There
man.
must but
It's the same.
I'm telling you, Núñez has more like minerals, bro.
I
There
agree.
must be
I
a
hear
way
it.
to get Núñez to be a problem starter, because the guys runs. If you look at Núñez's goals last season, I think Salah just squared like 4 or 5 of them, bro. Núñez does it for him. He does it for they both do it for each other. And I just think, if they can get them two firing together from the start, bro, Liverpool can score an unlimited amount of goals. Honestly, bro, they have got potentially the best 1-2 punch in the Premier League.
What I
I
would
think
say,
he's only started 3 games. I
what
think, this
I
season.
would,
Madness,
what
bro.
I would say is the reason, and it kind of goes to the bit that we mentioned before about how Klopp's rebuilding this team. I think he's building a really solid foundation to keep going forward from, and even if players need to go out of this, he could sign the right players that can pick and whatnot. Núñez has been really well looked after since he's come into this team. Like, remember it was the whole Haaland comparisons and everything. He took him out, brought him back in. He had a few goals here and there. There's time when his temperament wasn't just right. He's 24. he's slowly building. I think it's almost like an experiment. Like, I'm going to make sure you're just right. And I'm going to unleash you to what everyone's going to go, oh my days. I think at the moment, that role coming off the bench is perfect because it's like, I've got so much energy, I've got so much dynamism, people can't live with me. But eventually, as the season goes on, I think you're going to start seeing it work in tandem. It's like Salah's waiting. He's like, listen, let this guy run like a cannonball and I'm just going to float about. But I'm not mad at it because
it's working.
It's working. That's the thing. And the thing is, I credit Klopp for it because usually the temptation is just throw it there and just go kamikaze and be 100 miles per hour. That's what he's known. But I like the fact that he's chilling with it. It's like, listen, this is a long campaign. Similar to what we say about City where they build into a campaign. There's no reason why by the time November, December comes, I can fully unleash Darwin. He understands what I need from him. Like, I actually respect how they've gone about this. And even in the midfield,
I was going to say, because there's a lot of attention like on the front line. I think the midfield rejuvenation
it's been carefully
the most impressive part because Szoboszlai is doing multiple roles like a Swiss Army knife at this point.
McAllister.
I think McAllister, the way he's just gone into this kind of middle of the three role, I don't think anybody.
I think he's had a little bit of difficulties, but that's natural.
He's had some difficulties, but the fact that he's been able to do that role and still show his kind of passing game, because he's still finding passes where he's able to find key players. But Gravenberch, I think, coming in as well, and the way they've kind of used him in the Europa League, let him build his confidence. Because I think there's a top player there.
You love him, innit?
If they can get the three of them moving, I think that's a serious midfield. And then Van Dijk.
Yes.
I mentioned a couple of weeks ago as well, this brother's getting back to levels. Again, another solid performance, bro. I
do think Everton is food and... The way Everton plays...
It's food and drink.
That's
what I was going to say.
Maguire dropped some of his best games against Everton, bro. That's food and drink, bro.
They got Calvert-Lewin. Bro, they got Calvert-Lewin and Beto, and it's Sean Dyche. So I knew there was going to be long.
Baby food for Van Dijk,
this is going to be Van Dijk. This is going to be bread and butter for you. I think he won 10 aerial duels or something like that. I said,
that's food. I don't know why Konate was struggling, bro. Konate was all over the guy. I don't know why.
Konate likes it on the ground.
Bro.
Let's get in a foot race. Let's get in a 50-50 shoulder.
Van Dijk,
that's what Konate likes.
That was easy for him.
But again, like, I just respect the way that it's...
But the thing is last year, those are the types of games people would have said, like, Virgil's having a bit of trouble.
His knees going to give way.
These strikers can get.
He's going to give way.
I'm just... The fact that he's getting back to levels, I'm like, bro, fair play, man.
I know you like that penalty midweek, too, huh?
You know what? Hey, listen. I want to see
now you hold on.
Hey!
Now you like Van Dijk taking penalty.
No.
Look, the campaign that Fuad Dani, this man over here, launched against Van Dijk after he missed that penalty. He accused him of sabotaging the nation. He accused him of being egotistical, thinks he's the bad boy, wants to... He said strip him of captaincy.
He said shave his hair off.
He said shave his hair off.
The abuse...
Why you always go out there?
The abuse...
So relax.
Bro, that was a war... That was a war crime against Van Dijk. Now you like it.
No.
Now he's got cojones, right?
Wait. Relax. I haven't even spoken on that penalty. I'm just talking about his defending this season. And I spoke about his defending prior to the penalty, if I'm not mistaken, right? Where he disagreed with me, I remember. But Virgil van Dijk is back to levels. I said, that penalty midweek, I said, bro, this is your chance for redemption. To right all the wrongs and take us to the next Euros. It was literally in his hand. Final minute of the game, I said, bro, it's all in your hands now. I can't do anymore. It's all... And continues what he's been doing this season.
Shameless guy,
Big Virg, man. Listen. No.
He missed that penalty.
No.
Guys, stay locked in.
We all
FCM Euro 2024. Stay locked in. It's a different Holland. It's a different guy. It's a different guy.
We will be there.
Trust me.
Virgil, we will be there. Trust me. We will be.
And will you be supporting him?
I hope so.
Will you be?
I hope so. But
gosh.
listen, when we criticize people and we see improvements, do we not address and acknowledge the improvements?
Criticism. Your one with Van Dijk was a bit.
Hey, there's criticism.
Skip Bayless and LeBron.
I stand by what I said.
There's criticism and there's hate.
I don't take that back.
He's moving like Skip and LeBron with the free throws. He's like at the line.
Hey, listen.
The chosen one turns to the frozen one.
We need each other, Virgil. We need each other. Yeah.
Hey, you don't know who you are, Vim.
Oh, he knows you, yeah.
Hey, he might.
I said coming soon.
You might.
The reason why I asked is because ultimately, if you look at where Liverpool are now, they are lurking. They're in and amongst it. They've got a few favourable games, and in November they are going to City at the Etihad. Of course, City have this 21 game invincible winning streak, which is the most in the Premier League now at home. But if you look at Liverpool's profile, do you think they have enough to really trouble City?
City and Arsenal.
I'm talking about in the game.
In a match?
In a match.
Of course.
Yeah.
At home as well, because ultimately,
Wait, is that Anfield?
it's at City.
Well, when's
it's at
their
Etihad.
next game? When they
It's
play?
in November. It's November 25th. They've got 2 games before that. That's their next big fixture. They've got
Of
easy
course,
fixtures.
bro. That's a disrespectful question, bro.
No, but I'm saying, like, do you think we can go? They can go and beat them
At the Etihad.
at the Etihad
I mean,
with this run.
Etihad has become probably the biggest
21
fortress
games
at the moment in football.
21 W's in the
Yeah.
Premier League.
And they basically won the Champions League at home last season.
Yeah.
I think they won one away game. They were just smoking everyone at home,
Yeah.
bro. Etihad was just flames. You know what I mean? So that's going to be difficult, 100%. But I still think if any team can cause them that problem, it will be Liverpool, bro. So I'm looking forward to
What
seeing
you
that.
think, Fu?
Liverpool got a rise, man. Liverpool. This is the kind of game where you show your credentials. I feel like all season we've been saying they're back. They're kind of lurking, moving in silence, if you like. But game like that, if they can put in even a serious performance, in my opinion, I think. Listen, you put a lot of respect on your kind of campaign, and away at the Etihad, as you said, 21 wins they've got there. Listen. That's not going to be broken, I don't think. But if they can leave there with a draw, that's as good as a win, in my opinion.
So this is the question I want to ask you guys. Production, I want you to get involved in this now, yeah? Are we unanimous in saying that City are the best team in the league?
Until proven otherwise, they have to be, in my opinion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So in this moment we're in right now, don't want discount anything else. This moment right now, as we're looking at it, we have Arsenal who are unbeaten. We have Spurs on the block who are, doing a little thing here and there. Unbeaten. We have Newcastle.
Monsters.
Who are scoring here and there. They said that Champions League will be a problem. They said no worries.
Man City,
Why are you putting an L on me
PSG.
You said they're going to fall off now.
for? Newcastle. When did I
But you
say?
took it back. Honestly, yes, that's
Hold on. No, I said Newcastle were going to finish top 4, bro.
And then you took it back.
Since you mentioned Bruno, Kaz has been on.
And then you took it back.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't take it back. I said I didn't think they were going to get out of their group. But I said Newcastle were going to make top 4.
All right, cool.
This guy is crazy.
SDS lot. Review
Hey,
that.
this SDS is FCM, bro.
Nah,
Please
nah.
stay on topic.
Yo.
Stop promoting other
took that
shows.
back.
Stop promoting other shows. Stay on
You
topic.
took that back. I remember.
Newcastle. I said
Why-
get top 4.
you made him take his jacket off.
Yeah, let's go.
So we've got City who are City. We've got Liverpool who are lurking. We've
Yeah.
got Arsenal unbeaten. We've got Spurs unbeaten. We've got Newcastle. If City's number 1, how do you rank those teams past City in this moment right now?
As in like the best.
Yes. I'm not talking about last season. I'm talking about in this moment what you're looking at right now. If these teams have to play each other,
Yeah.
if you're looking at these teams right now, how do you rank them? Man City, we're saying everyone's first. Yeah?
Yeah, I
Okay,
got
cool.
Liverpool second.
You got Liverpool
And then
second,
Arsenal third.
Arsenal third,
Yeah.
who's fourth?
Spurs.
And then
And
Newcastle
then
fifth.
Newcastle fifth, I would say.
Production, I'll let you get involved here.
It's hard to disagree, to be honest with you. I think maybe Arsenal and Liverpool you can debate, but right now Liverpool look unbelievable. Brighton are just
Arsenal's still good though.
yeah. It's between those two. I would say.
haven't
for a
looked as
second.
convincing as last year, where I'm thinking maybe it's because
Liverpool
looks
are so
much better
bad.
than-
Yeah, that's the
I'm
thing.
looking at it that way maybe a little bit, but yeah, I've said this season I think Liverpool will put more of a challenge on City anyway. So
I think City and I think Arsenal, City. I think Arsenal and Liverpool are
The
at the same.
chasers.
I think they're the
The
same
chasers.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to respect City. They're 3-peat. Let's not be silly here. We have to have them as number 1.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal and Liverpool are at the same level. I don't think one's supremely better than the other. I think they're both brilliant. The fourth one is interesting
I was
though.
gonna say that.
That's the interesting one because
Yeah.
Spurs is still like. You still just feel like it's still Spurs.
I
With
am-
all due respect, with all due respect, Newcastle
Facts.
are looking like problems,
Serious.
bro.
I have
Yeah,
Newcastle above Spurs. When both are at their best, I think Newcastle is better.
Newcastle are so potent in front of goal.
do you think the Tonali ban impacts?
Tonali hype. See, I wasn't even
That
moved by
helps them.
signing.
It helps them.
Bring back
It helps
Sean
them.
Long. Yeah. And you see yesterday, do you see all their goal scorers? British.
Is there
all their goal scorers were British.
If there's a white mid-British guy to hype up, he's gonna be there.
All their goal scorers yesterday were British. Gordon. Real Wilson. Men. Yeah. Trippier. There we go. Longstar.
Made in England.
Slovenia, right?
Bro, bring back Sean Longstaff.
We good with Brexit.
Yeah.
We good with Brexit.
About Tonali, Longstaff. That's what we want.
Even for this season, I think in terms of like
But before we get into that, 'cause I do want to spend some time on the Newcastle thing. So you'd go Newcastle.
Oh, it's so
just
tough,
above.
but I don't know. This might be recency just because I've seen them score 8. I've seen them score those goals yesterday.
4, yeah.
So I might just have to go. It's so hard.
one game.
That's tough. I'm gonna go say they beat PSG. I'm gonna go Newcastle. Man.
Battered
PSG.
They don't even beat. They battered PSG.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go Newcastle because, bro, there was some stat. I don't know where it is.
Go from the second.
Have you got it? The stat about them in front of goal?
I think it's
ridiculous, bro.
Goals 24 this season first, expected goals 19 first, shots on target in the box, shot conversion rate, big chances scored, big chance conversion rate as well.
And we know defensively too. They're
and even
shot less
defensively, they're still just as solid as they were last
The
year.
thing with them too is they have this home advantage, unlike any team in the league, in my opinion. St. James's Park, especially at night.
Was it Liverpool was the only team that beat them there, wasn't it?
Yeah, twice actually now. But at home, they're just crazy, bro. That atmosphere is insane.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, maybe because Newcastle or Spurs are like a bit more softer in terms of the way they play and stuff. I think maybe because Newcastle are so ferocious, it gasses me up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, it gets the goosebumps down a little bit. You know?
For me, I would have City first. I would have Liverpool just ahead of Arsenal, and I think it's because of the ferociousness of that forward line. Don't get me wrong, like Saka, like great, like they've got the rest of the quartet. But I've just said 13 games consecutively. This guy doesn't look like he's slowing down. He looks like he's angry, like he wants retribution. So I'd have them just above, and then I would have Newcastle above Spurs because ultimately I think with you guys, if you guys got the injury, you're toast.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
can't
Newcastle can probably be able to
That
make
Maddison,
it work
Romero,
a little
Udogie
bit.
injury.
But you guys get that one injury, you start going, whoo, and then
Question: do Brighton?
I was just about to ask who's 6th for you
Because
guys?
Brighton and Newcastle are neck and neck right now in the table.
Are they? Yeah.
They
3
battered
losses,
them.
one
Brighton-
5 wins.
Brighton are too
And I know the
inconsistent.
form shakers looked a little late.
for me,
You put out one of the funniest tweets I've seen in a long time.
Shout out Ed for that. My boy Ed QDL. He's the one
Ed QDL.
He's the one that came up with that. Like we were talking.
What did it say?
What
Do
did
you
he
wanna tell
say
the
about
people?
Michael Laudrup? He said Michael Laudrup. Yeah. I was like, I said, they saying De Zerbi hasn't done anything at Brighton that Michael Laudrup hasn't done at Swansea. And am I lying?
Brendan Rodgers to Graham Potter. The parallels are spooky,
There
bro.
we go. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, but I think
One win
they're
in
too
the last
inconsistent.
7.
for me,
Villa in the mix.
for me,
West Ham.
with
Yeah.
the mention of Brighton, I think the issue with Brighton for me is that I don't want to call it naivety because that's a bit.
It is.
seems
It is
unfair.
naive.
Would you say it's, okay? Cool. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. They have
wanted
this
the green light to
they-
say
like the live by the sword, die by the sword will not work if you do not have the quality to go toe for toe with the big teams. I feel like you can do that for most of the league, but we
No,
saw
they can compete against the big teams. I think.
No, but I'm saying what?
City.
Sorry,
we're not
they're
playing
no.
James Milner
No,
right back against Doku. Maybe not that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's naivety. It's like you have to account for small things where you go, hold on, I want to carry out my philosophy, but let me be a little bit humble here. Like the philosophy is not going to paper over natural cracks that are going to show. Like Doku, Milner. There's a red flag here, and that's what I mean. I think they don't have the ability to, or he just doesn't want to. He always says, my football's supposed to be entertaining, I'm always going to go for it, but they're going to get bitten in big moments. It's like, against, for example, against Villa, right? Against Villa, they wanted to do that. What did Emery say? Listen, I'm going to punch you man up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you man play pretty football. And what happened? They got smoked.
Villa's,
So,
they're a little bit like Newcastle with Villa themselves. They're just like ferocious.
Sorry,
bro.
can I-
you know what I
can
mean?
I-
At
can I
home, problems as well. Them two teams are very similar in a way. What? So, but where's everyone ranked United then?
Bro, I was gonna say
Man
United ain't even been mentioned.
Hey, we might crack the 8th seed, bro.
Villa.
Hey,
I was like,
yo,
you know,
8th seed for real. What?
Yeah, we're squeaking in the play-ins, bro.
That is crazy. So what? Where will you guys have United then?
Below Chelsea.
As a
I've got you lot
footballing
competing
team-
with Brighton for that spot.
We stink, bro. We're not better than Brighton. What makes us better than Brighton?
Man. I think Brighton. I think what's happening is their squad is getting stretched. When you're seeing like, was it Baleba who gave the ball away? I mean, I hadn't seen him before yesterday. I don't know if that was his debut or not. What? Were you not aware of him?
But yeah.
Yeah, who do you play for?
Where have you seen him? Man laughed at me like they've been watching him. Hold on, who's
He from around the way.
I laughed at the delivery of it. Sounded like Gary Neville. Man said, Baleba, I'm not seeing this guy.
Oh, baby, that's my.
But
uncle's
even like
son.
Milner at right back, I'm sorry, at Doku, that shows their squad
Naive.
obviously is getting stretched a little bit, and you're seeing they're having to rotate with Europe. I think that obviously you had the international break midweek, but that's where they're gonna have their struggles this year. I said that adapting to 2 games a week, using the squad depth. Do you have the same level of quality? Solly March, I think, got a big injury now as well. We all know how important he is.
Yeah.
So
His purple patches do that anyways, bro. It's November.
we said just in time.
Just in time for November.
He's done it again.
You're bad man.
But yeah, man, no, that was we got any super chats?
Yeah, we got a few.
Let's go through them, man.
So I'm going to go back to the Liverpool one that James said. Don't want to hear about Liverpool lurking. Even Klopp says they got away with one of Konate's non-second yellow card. Couldn't even break down Everton.
Do you know how cheeky that was though to sub him off?
I know.
After everyone called it,
That was a slap in the face.
I was like, man, Klopp, you're a cheeky one.
Dyche, I know who was vexed. I know who was vexed.
James got a few super chats for this one. He says,
Big up James, man.
but he don't mess with Liverpool whatsoever. He said, let's not praise Salah for this game. A pen and 90+8 breakaway when Everton were pressing for a goal. This was not a vintage Salah performance.
No, we didn't say it was.
Some might argue it is a vintage Salah. Anyways. And then he also says, how is Liverpool going to handle a better midfield when Onana and Garner pocketed them in open play?
Ghana's been low-key having a decent season at Everton,
Bro, Onana looks like he could be the next holding mid to get a...
He's not even holding mid though. I would say Onana should be released a little bit more. Yeah.
Because he's got the dynamism in it.
Yeah, bro. You shouldn't just keep him as the 6, I don't think.
I hear it. But if you go to a team where you've got someone that's a bit more then he's going to have to do
Ain't
it.
Decore got that role at the moment?
What? No,
Decore's playing like he's second striker, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's got the shackles off.
Do you know why?
Capoue got that at Watford. Everyone's going to ask. There's a DM that they let the shackles
No,
off.
but do you know why?
Do
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because he saved them from getting relegated last season. So when he came back into it, they said, "Yeah, listen, you know what?
Big dog.
I'm big dog now.
God.
That's funny."
Finally, Felipe, who's a Newcastle fan, said, we slapped Spurs 5-1. We're better. We've handled Champions League well. Salah, give me more FPL points. Certain man at KFC, Salah being the best player in the Premier League.
Hey, man said, my crib bigger than yours, my bitch better than you.
Who's at KFC? Certain man at KFC.
Certain man at KFC. Is that racism?
I don't know, bro.
I got to investigate that.
Maybe there was a football at KFC or something. I don't know. Maybe.
I reckon that's a nigga at a fat player.
Oh, he's talking about Hazard. Oh, my God.
I told you.
These guys, bro, let it go, bro. You're tired. Let the man rest. So I'm telling you, yo, this is crazy.
Man,
That's
A man can, the body is so warm, bro. The body is so warm.
cold, man.
That's out of pocket. Is there any more?
Nah, that's it.
All right, cool. It's only right we briefly speak about City. Mentioned before, 21 games. Do you guys like this 2-1, 1-0 Man City we're seeing?
I think
it won't be for long. They'll score goals when they need to score goals. Do you know what I mean? So with Man City, obviously the most important thing was getting back on track. You know what I mean? After the defeat against Arsenal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Rodri back in the team, didn't miss a beat again.
Bro,
dictates the
Stones
game.
as well.
Stones, do you know what I mean? When you're they're bringing in world-class players, bro. You know what I mean? And now Stones is in. Okay, that's one infinity. Stone, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Flipping Rodri's back.
Yeah.
Now they just got one man waiting in the plane bar. He's just like, Pep's like, I don't know when he's going to be back, but he's going to be back soon. You know what I mean? So we just know that KDB will be back soon. And then, bro, it'll just keep ticking. The only problem is, the only thing I would say about Man City is, what's going to be interesting is, when KDB comes back, they've got a man right now who's very in form in Julian Alvarez.
Yep.
You're standing in KDB's role, mate. He's playing in the 10 behind Haaland. Or are we going to say we're going to put Haaland on the bench?
Boy.
No, it's not going to happen.
No. Whoa.
So
Alvarez for me is going to be in that team regardless.
But where?
And I
what
think
position?
Whether it's right wing.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You're going to move him though. He's going to have to move him.
But can he not play that role?
But to the
Will it
effect
be
that
to
he's
the same
playing this
effects
10 role right now.
I think still to a very good degree, in my opinion. Like when he has, that's the one good thing about Alvarez is no matter where you've kind of asked him to play, I feel like he's been able to deliver like an 8 out of 10 almost. But Foden is the one I'm kind of looking at and thinking this time that KDB's away.
I thought Foden had a really good game yesterday.
I think he's not. You're not. Fuad's not just speaking about. I don't think Fuad's speaking just about the game. I think Fuad's speaking to. Ultimately,
This is meant
Foden's
to be like
progression
the
as a
Foden
player has been
campaign,
interesting.
bro.
Yeah, Foden's in.
This is the campaign of this is your.
This is
team
like this.
now.
This was
You're
the
gonna take
time
it
where it's
over.
supposed to be.
And there's still and there's still time. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But I think that's where KDB comes back in. I think Foden becomes that rotational player again, if you like. Alvarez has almost cemented his spot with this kind of early season form. But with City, I think expecting City to be kind of the entertainers that they were, nah,
Not gonna happen no more,
I don't think so.
There's
I
no
think,
need for it, no, innit?
especially like in this early period of the season. You know, it's always just
Yeah.
kind of get the results, get the grind. I think after January is when you start to see that slick-oiled machine, if you like.
Yeah.
Kind of
Do you guys want to know
It-
something funny?
Go on.
So in the Premier League, obviously, you know, AFCON's coming massive, important tournament. AFCON. There's 20 teams in the Premier League, right?
Oh my
Of the
god.
20 teams, only 2 teams don't have players going to AFCON. Do you want to guess which one of those teams?
Manchester City!
He got Mahrez out of there real quick.
Keep that away from me.
You're a bad boy.
So what if Doku was from Congo?
Yeah.
He said, I dare you.
Would they have? He would have got signed.
I dare you.
Had to represent Belgium.
Colonizer.
It's interesting. Still, who's the other team then? Do you know?
Don't know.
Probably Sheffield.
It would have probably been Sean Dyche's Burnley at the time, but it's not.
yeah.
We say
Sheffield,
Sheffield.
no?
Nah, they got the.
No,
Oh, he left.
Jay has gone. What's
Yeah,
it?
the
he's
rising
got
baller guy.
He's got
Yeah.
Marseille. He's got
Yeah.
Marseille.
He's
So it
got
might be
Marseille, so I
I
them.
think
else
who
they
it
got?
would be.
It might be them.
Who's the other team? Do
on, man,
people
they're
know in the
great
chat?
Let us know in the chats if you know what team.
Oh damn! It's
Luton.
the Brexit team.
Luton.
Newcastle. It's Newcastle. People saying in the
No
comments.
way.
It is
Wait,
Newcastle.
it's Newcastle. As I said, all
It's that-
Brits.
Eddie Howe. All Brits. You were talking about Brexit team as well.
All Brits.
Yo, they might really need
No,
a
but
Brexit
listen, it's like said, no, you're not from Eritrea. You are from Sweden.
All Brits, man. Hey,
That's why you
don't
like
let
'em.
the Brits win the Prem. You know.
Hey.
Don't
hold
let,
on, wait.
don't let a team
Wait,
compromise
wait.
bare Brits
Wait,
in the
wait.
Prem.
British manager
first
winning the
English
Premier
manager,
League.
first English
Don't
manager.
joke with that one, bro.
That'll be amazing, isn't it?
First English manager.
Let's chill.
All right, cool. Listen, as is custom on this show, we have to speak about United.
Do we?
I want to, yeah, we do. We actually do. I want to start this off by saying that you guys nearly didn't beat the worst team in the league at the moment.
You might as well say worst team in Europe. You know what I mean? Worst team
But
in Europe.
this is the question I want to pose to you guys, right? You got the W, right? But you've both, production, Cam, you've both said at various points that your season's done. But when I look at your next 3 matches, right, you have Copenhagen in the Champions League, followed by City in the Premier League, followed by Newcastle. And
Hey, that's a death row, bro. Death row.
so, you know where I'm going to go with this?
Newcastle's
right?
in the cup, right?
Yeah, Newcastle's in the cup. Newcastle's in the cup. Like your one realistic cup hope.
What is that? FA Cup?
Carabao. It's home draw.
Yeah, but you know, we turn into Barcelona when it gets to the Carabao. Yeah, we're 0-11 Barcelona at the Carabao. So Newcastle, but no, we got to be like that thing too. You know what I mean?
And you remember last final?
There we go. You know what I mean? We made them boys cry, bro. They were crying. Don't talk to us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why is it long it's been for Newcastle? 68 years or something. Keep counting.
60 years and 20
Keep
years.
counting.
This dude is...
The dry jokes ain't on me. Hey, they be hitting, you know. 60 what?
The question I'm basically asking is, how important are these next fixtures to United season?
Wait, first and foremost, absolutely massive. Because I dare them to drop points against Copenhagen. We're out of the Champions League, mate.
Wait,
true.
you guys can't.
Yo.
You guys
0-3.
You guys can't go 0 for 3. You know that.
What we can.
You
can. That's for sure.
We most certainly can.
dare not.
Yeah,
you
we
dare
dare
not.
not. Like that's the problem. Like, so next game is a final for us. You can't drop points against Copenhagen. Do you know what I mean? It's, when we've already lost our first 2, that would be disastrous, bro. Do you know what I mean? And then people will start looking to see what changes can be made. And then you got Manchester City. Do you know what I mean? A massive game. Always. The
Form
derby's always
form
massive.
goes out the window for
As
that one.
they say,
I
to
like
be
that
fair,
one.
we beat them last season at home. Do you know what I'm saying? So, listen, form does go out the window. We'll see what happens in that kind of fixture. But they're massive games, bro. You're talking about your rivals and you're talking about basically a do or die Champions League game. Massive games for us in the next two, bro. We have to deliver.
man. European Rasmus, don't worry, man.
Yeah, I think he's going to score. Does that mean we win? That's another question. So far, he only getting L's. His goals are only contributing to L's.
He's step padding. Is that what we're
We
saying?
lost 5-4. I scored my 4.
Wait, really think?
Nah, but honestly, it's massive for our season.
Yeah, because United are just in this weird space where I guess some people would believe that playing badly but getting a result is okay. You know what? At least we're getting a result. But this is kind of what ended you guys. This is what made you guys end up here because this is what you did last season. And it papered over the cracks.
Towards the end of last season, the way we ended the season, from after we won the Carabao, so like from about early March or whatever, it just became a shambles, and then the results weren't coming as well. It was just end up being poor performances and bad results. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, you know what I mean. Now you can use that kind of claim. Oh, I'll just take the win. We take those. If you're Arsenal, if you're maybe Liverpool, if you're City, because it's not going to happen often. Do you know what I mean? Spurs right now, if you guys go to Fulham tomorrow and have a shaky little game but walk away with a 1-0, you'll take it because you've been playing well all season.
Yeah.
The difference is we can't be short-sighted at Man United. This is a reoccurring issue, bro. This happens every single game. I don't remember the last time Man United have performed well for 90 minutes. I seriously don't, bro. So that's the issue. And eventually, as we've seen already, actually, it's not always going to turn into, oh, we'll take those and we win. We're losing. We're dropping points. You know what I'm saying? And yes, yesterday, in the end, probably on the course of the whole game, we should have won it. But the performance was not good. Again, it was a stale performance. Our best players, again, looked short of confidence, or they just look like they're just not up for it right now. So the issues are still there. And when you think that, again, we have a do or die game against Copenhagen next, then we have Manchester City. Alarm bells are ringing, bro. Nobody can walk away from that. And when you look at that, we played Burnley, we played Sheffield United, and we could have lost both games. That's concerning, bro. That's concerning, bro. Like we can't try and ignore these things, because what happens a lot of the time is you get the result, then time will pass, maybe give it 2-3 hours, and people act like nothing ever happened. They just look at the table, 3 points, and act like nothing happened. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's all fine. It's just going to click next week. Yeah. I made a tweet. I said, this isn't going to magically change. This is the Manchester United we're going to see all season. Yeah. And I stick to that. We're going to be a team that maybe we get some results and performance. Forget about it.
Previous years, you always had like a Bruno Rashford who could bail you out of it.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was Dallo, your boy.
Yeah, come on, man.
I know he was screaming, Dallo! when I went in.
I know you wanted to throw up your picture in a minute.
I checked the post, man.
I was gonna say that the forward line doesn't seem to be scoring
at all. It doesn't seem to be.
They're not.
We've had one goal from our forwards this year in the league.
I was trying to be generous.
There's no generous. We're
Say
broke.
that again. Say that again, please.
Our forward line in the Premier League this year has one goal combined out of all our players. Anthony, 0 goals.
Scott McTominay has more goals than them in 3 games.
Do you know? I've got
Oyland 0 goals, Anthony 0 goals, Rashford 1 goal, Martial 0 goals,
Sancho,
0 goals, Sancho 0 goals. Obviously,
Sancho's not even getting in the pictures anymore.
That for me is almost like the biggest alarm bell, I think, of everything. The fact that there's not even like a goal scorer you can rely on, or you have that one jailbreak code.
Yeah. Last year was Rashford. Yeah.
Bruno, Rashford, get us out. Or Bruno the year before, whatever. Maybe you hope Rasmus can become that this year. Ronaldo had that at the start of last year, actually. Yeah,
he was
scoring goals here and there. But now you don't even have that. So for me, that's the biggest, where you're kind of looking at the next couple of games thinking, right?
Yeah,
because Adalo ain't gonna line up at the edge of every box like that and hit them ones. I'm telling you.
That's a concern still.
Even they're saying that I saw that basically, McTominay gave away the pen.
Yeah,
he scored the goal.
What did he say? Hero to zero.
Hero to zero. Yeah, he is the 5th United player to do that
this season
since 2020.
What, score and then give away a penalty
in the same game for United?
Can I guess one of? Is Pogba one of them?
I haven't got the list.
Definitely one of them. He's 100% one of them.
Casemiro has to be one. Pogba's probably definitely one.
I don't know,
Oh, I would love to know the full list.
Yeah, I would like to know the full list.
People, if you're in there and you can find out who's in for United, who's given a pen away, but scored the same goal. Let us know.
Fred is a culprit.
But that's serious bozo.
Cavani seems the type that will do something.
I don't think he gave away confidence. He
That's-
does, but
You know what? Yeah, I think so. Cavani's a great shout.
But that's serious, like bozo way. Like it's not.
Bro, we've conceded 6 of our last.
You're the only
6
team
of
in
our
the
last
top
14 goals. We've conceded within 6 minutes or something. I'm not even forget that stat because I can't.
You're the only team-
We concede straight after we score all the time.
You're the only team in the top half to have minus goal difference.
And the thing is, what did we finish our goal difference on last season? Was it not 0?
Yeah.
no, it was a little above 0. We
Just a
finally
little-
broke it. Yeah,
a little bit
It was
above
single
0.
digits, I think.
It was single. Let me check that
think
out.
it-
I thought it was 0 because I thought
No, we
we
did
said
better.
equilibrium.
No, we did better than 0.
Let me check. We ended the season last year on.
Drum roll.
Oh no, we did.
What was
Wait.
I swear it was like 11, bro.
Wait. Yeah, actually, last year we was 15.
Yeah, no, we got
was
it
it year
up there
before?
towards the end.
We got it back towards
No,
the end.
yeah.
But most of the season last year we were like nearly on 0. You know what I'm trying to say? So
minus
we don't
2.
score enough, and we concede. We don't score. We concede too much. It's simple. It's very simple, and that's why when goal difference is actually a good kind of measure sometimes, because that's why when you're looking at how good are we compared to Liverpool's and all these teams. Look at the goal difference, bro. These men score a lot and don't concede that much. We don't score and we concede too much. So we're not levels of these teams. That's why. So when I'm looking at Arsenal's, and people are going to probably look at it, yeah, and they're probably going to look at the table and be like, hold on, United are 6 points off City.
Yeah.
So if United beat City, it's only 3 points. Nah, man, bro, it's painting a picture. You know what I mean? We're not going to magically all of a sudden start scoring loads of goals and conceding little. We're not going to do that. Yeah. We are showing what we are. And it's going to continue that way.
So let's go for it. Copenhagen, do you guys win that game?
Is that at home or
Bobby.
away?
That's got to be a must win.
Oh,
It's at
season
home, it's at
before
home.
it was 0. Season before it was 0.
It's at home. Yeah, it's at home. It's the first game.
What? Copenhagen?
Yeah.
You win that.
No, we got to win that. Because we have to. We'll win that.
Okay, cool.
Because we have to.
Yeah.
City.
City.
We're going to get humiliated by City. Not like 5-0. It's going to be like
I think
a
this is
comprehensive 2-0. You know what they do against
They
us,
did
bro?
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, you're calling them boring. That's the week they turn up
yeah.
excitement.
I think City. They should win. They should.
And then Newcastle, the cup game.
It depends who people play out in it. I don't really know about that one because
think
Newcastle
you'll
can play some B team, and we don't really know. Do you know?
Is that game that you guys have to take like utmost seriously?
No.
Well, you have to take every game up most serious.
Carabao-
I disagree, bro. For me, if we
won it
lo-
last year, man, give it a rest.
Yeah.
that's all we got this year, bro.
I was gonna say, what have we got left?
Bro, I actually think it'll be, bro. Imagine we went back-to-back Carabao champs and we didn't have a good season, bro. We'll look like they'll clown us, you know.
Hey, bro, I'm leaving here with son, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Obviously Champions League's back. I thought it'd be nice to do like a quick little preview of what we've got coming. You know, is there any games that are looking interesting? I know you're European
Sevilla
football.
Arsenal, interesting game. That's an interesting game at Sevilla. We know, but okay, Sevilla and the Europa League are a completely different team to the ones they are in the Champions League.
Yeah.
But that is going to be interesting. Obviously, Arsenal dropped points in their last game, so they need to win that one too. So Sevilla is going to be a difficult game, man. They make these. Sevilla's a weird one, man. You sleep against Sevilla, they'll walk away with a victory, bro.
snuff you
Easy.
quick time.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be a good Champions League time.
Newcastle,
I'm looking forward
Dortmund.
to seeing that one.
That's
a
the one I'm
fun
looking
game.
forward
That's a
to.
fun game. To
That's the
be
one I'm
fair.
looking
Isaac
forward
Derby.
to. That's the one I'm looking for.
They don't know him like that. in
Milan,
Dortmund, man.
PSG.
I know.
They don't know him like
exactly,
that.
but
Yep.
they signed him as a wonder kid and didn't believe. They sold him to Sociedad and the gem came true. Now the kid returns.
He trying to
Ain't no project from
he trying to gas it up. He's trying
They
to
don't
gas
know
it
him, man. They don't even remember him, bro.
Who had plenty of wonder kids, man? Next.
I think Milan PSG will be good.
That's a good one,
That should be
actually.
an
Yeah.
entertaining one. That should be an entertaining one.
Ooh,
That.
there's a real men clash as well.
This guy is
Celtic at home to Atletico Madrid.
Oh, go away, man. Go away, man. Celtic aren't even real men anymore, bro. They got all these flair players and stuff like
Celtic
that.
Park.
Nah,
don't
ain't them days no
Yeah.
more, man.
No, man.
They
Scott
got
Brown's
mad.
gone.
They got
Scott Brown's gone.
And he grew his hair.
Yeah,
he
Scott
grew his
Brown's
hair.
gone, man.
Scott Brown.
And he grew his hair.
Scott Brown's gone,
Do
man.
not
It's not the
kill
same
me.
anymore, man. It's not
Have you got any super chats?
Yeah, we got a few.
Oh my gosh. Scott
Just
Brown.
Waffling with a $20 super chat says
Big you up.
Big up,
slow
big up,
progress, but some good bits of ETH management for depth. We're going to need to play Maguire, Lindelof, etc., and be able to trust them in games like yesterday. Maguire great yesterday, and he badly needed the confidence.
Maguire since return.
What did you make of his performance on Jamie Redknapp's?
He's so brave. Oh my
Jamie
God.
Redknapp's thing.
Lionheart.
Yeah.
Look, I've said before, I look, people are going to talk about whatever he did in Greece or whatever, but that's got nothing to do with him on the pitch, right? I've said I think that he's handled it. Obviously, his family have made complaints and stuff, but him himself, he's kind of just gotten on with it. Do you know what I mean? I do think Maguire gets abused a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot. So fair play to him, innit? Go out there. I thought he should have left better for his career. He stayed. He probably knew Varane's gonna get injured, man. I'm cashing in here. Do you know what I mean? And here he is starting. So well done to him. But listen, I think there's too much of in the media. There's a little bit too much of let's counter what he's getting from the fans, which I understand. But they gotta remember, this guy's a big grown man as well, bro. You know what I mean? The way people are speaking about him is like he's a little kid. Do you know what I mean? Redknapp's like, I just feel sorry for the lad, and there's too much like. He's a big man, bro. He was the captain of Manchester United, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Not condoning no abuse towards him at all. He shouldn't. I always say it's over top. No matter how much I criticize Maguire, I never abuse. I don't use abusive words. He gets abused a lot, but he's a professional footballer, man. We just seen the David Beckham documentary and stuff. We ain't saying that's right, but players get this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Players get racial abuse. Players, just look at Vinny. Vinny gets racial abuse. He keeps going. Do you know what I'm saying? So professional footballers, maybe it's not fair to them, but it's the field of work that they're in, and I'm sure they understand that. Maguire go out there and do what he needs to do. The only way he can shut people up is by performing well, because when you see him perform well, there's a whole cavalry of people coming to defend him. Like, you see, so it goes both ways. Do you know what I'm saying? But he had a good game against Sheffield United, deserved man of match, and let's see how it goes. But they're bringing up all these stats like we win with all the games we win. Like, if you look through,
Plays like 5 minutes in those games.
Yeah, if you look through some of them fixtures,
He even dropped it in an interview, I swear.
if you look through some of them fixtures, they're a lot of easier ones.
Nah,
and
it's not even that.
sometimes
He literally just
going
comes on the last 5 minutes when you're not trying to hold on to
Man said Maggie the closer, But no, I
Exactly.
think ultimately, like, if you look at your team, you need players to have confidence, and hopefully that gives them confidence to move forward. But
we're gonna need him.
Yeah,
No matter what Man United fans think about Maguire,
You're gonna need
we need Harry Maguire this season.
Yeah.
It's true.
Facts. Ugh.
What was that face?
You guys don't even want to see what he
What,
just
light
did.
skin face, what?
That's the weirdest face I've ever seen in my life.
why would you do
The
that?
fact that he was saying that was such a vim.
Bro, we need him.
I was like,
We need him. It's the reality, bro. Where's Lissandro? Nowhere to be seen. Hospital.
You know that Homelander speech.
Where's Varane?
he's trying to pick on little Lazaro.
Where's Varane?
That's what he does, bro. That's what he does.
Injured.
He ain't slick, bro. When I say white mid-British, that's Cam's bag, bro.
Alright, so now because I'm saying we need him, now I'm gassing him up. I'm not gassing him up. We need Harry Maguire this season, bro. Varane can't stay fit. Lissandro's not fit.
This is
You know
the
what
new
I'm saying?
campaign.
Desperate times.
Lissandro Mags anyway. It's-
You see what I mean?
I'm gonna brick you. I'm gonna brick you. I'm gonna brick you.
This guy is so
Careful.
close, bro.
Birthday mate, dynamic. Birthday can't move the hips.
You're getting out of hand. You're getting out of control.
Listen, man. Listen, that's a perfect. Did we have super chats?
Yeah, we got a few.
Yeah, let's go for the super chats.
It's
mate.
clocked, but the only white British guy you don't like is Luke Shaw. I've clocked with this guy. That's the only one you don't like. The rest of them,
We need to find out the reason.
And he doesn't like. I can't say it.
We'll talk after the show. We'll talk after the show. We'll talk after the show. Investigations need to happen.
He
AJ
doesn't like
says,
them urban.
You sure? Whiskey ain't urban.
AJ says Foden has been a lead so far this season. He's carrying City.
That's such a stretch, but he's been good, bruv. He's carrying is crazy.
He's
that's what I'm
to,
saying.
to the point what we're saying, like, he's been good, but what your thing is, like, when a superstar like KDB is missing, and the sort of like nurturing that Foden's had, it's almost like, bro, it's good. It's go time.
Yeah.
It's time for you to take the magic cloak.
You
and
get
it's
what
like,
I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Nobody's time to take magic cloak.
saying Foden's had a bad season or anything. Like, he's good.
Like Foden could go on and be good, but it's like we know that, or what we know of what they've said of you is that you're supposed to be great.
The thing
And
is,
it's
it
like-
might come later, man.
No,
It might
100%.
come later in his
Exactly, it
career,
is.
bro.
I literally
Literally
said
said the
come
season
later.
is long, bro.
The conversation we had last week. The conversation we had Prime Week. He might get.
No, the question he asked was who would get dropped if
Yeah.
KDB
Yeah.
came back, and I
You
was
just think
saying
Foden?
Yeah, and that's
it.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
There's no criticism on
Yeah.
Foden. It's just on how good KDB is.
Yeah.
And the last one is from Cheo, who says Ten Hag is still on fraud alert. Where is the coaching?
God damn, leave the guy
Where's
alone,
the
man.
coaching?
Bro, I fully agree. I fully agree. Fraud, what? I don't say all that. Fraud, whatever. That's whatever. But
Where's the coaching?
where is the coaching? What do we do in training? I don't see it. I don't see it. And people keep telling me there's a certain way that Ten Hag wants to play. What is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, some people are saying, oh, well, he can't play this high line. High line. We had one of the lowest blocks in the league last season. I don't know if we play a high line. We tried it. We're getting split left, right, and centre this season. So he hasn't been able to implement it. Do you know what I mean? I'm still looking to see that coaching, because as much as I don't rate these players, I think a lot of these players are not good enough for Man United. I still do not see anything that we are trying to do on the pitch enough consistently, fluidly. As you mentioned, bro, our attack don't get sniffed. They can't score goals. Yeah, I mean, we're not creating enough chances. We're not doing enough just overall in a game to win them convincingly. So I'm still concerned about the coaching, bro. And the thing is, I think a lot of people are scared to have their opinion on Ten Hag. Just have your own opinion. Let's be honest. Was he shown that he's better manager than Emery? Was he shown that he's a better manager than these guys? Not much. He's just a guy that came from Ajax. He did a good job there. Got to a Champions League semi-final, which they bottled. And then he came to Man United and won a cup. He had a good moment. But there's nothing to say that people can open their mouth and diss people like Emery and diss whoever, Poch, whoever. But really and truly, they're all on the same table. You know what I mean? Emery's a better manager, by the way. Let me know. He's a better manager. He's win trophies consistently. So what is there to say that you can criticize these guys, but you can't criticize Ten Hag? He's a decent coach, but he's not that level. People are ready to put him just underneath the Klopps, and he's not there until proven otherwise.
I hear it.
I agree.
I hear it.
Yes,
Should we go
sir.
champs and duds?
Yeah.
Alright, can I go my
do
champ
it.
first? My champ?
Send your champs and duds as well. In the chat.
Send them in. We might roll off
And
some
get the
of
likes
them.
up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, available on all platforms. Go and subscribe right now. Click the bell if you haven't subscribed already. My dud of this week goes to Nicolo Fagioli.
Oh,
You, sir, are a snitch. You, sir, are a rat. They came in with the spaghetti bolognese and you folded like a pretzel.
Wait, is he not a civilian? Is he not a civilian?
Bro,
But you participated.
they didn't even take him.
Tonali put him on now.
No, they didn't even take him in for question. He said he gave me
it was him
the
over there.
illegal app. What?
Nah, that was crazy still. That was
That
crazy.
was
I can't lie.
insane.
That's crazy still.
Yeah.
You, sir, are my dud of the week. That is nasty. And I hope that by the time you finish your suspension, they rescind your ID card from the Juventus facility.
Yo.
You do not deserve to play in Italy again.
Hold on, no, this is standard Juventus behavior. If
I
anything, they
was
should give
gonna
him
say,
the arm
No,
then,
they're
bro.
snitching. They're snitching.
God of honor
They're
when it comes
snitching.
back to life. You are one of us.
No, not for snitching. For using the app, yeah, but you snitched.
You must not know about that Calciopoli
Bro,
scandal, my friend.
Come on, man. This is, to be
Snitching
fair,
and crooks, they go hand in hand, baby.
Come
You must not know about the Italian mafia. They're full of snitches.
yeah,
Oh, bro.
You know what I'm
And then
saying?
they come out and do HBO documentaries
And they do
afterwards.
We
was
do
the
live
guys.
TV.
We was the guys right here.
This is Fagioli's
Tony, we had the guns right there. We shot them all. And
It was me and John Gotti. You know, it was me and John.
Gotti looked at me and he said, "What do you mean,
Yeah.
Tony?"
And then I said, I gotta go get the rope. Like, bro, what's going on here, bro? Send me the ball snitching and that, but he's
Bro, they're all
the boss.
snitches, man.
You know what I mean?
They're all
Boss.
snitches. I'm telling you.
Bro, anyway, hey,
Anyway,
listen,
that's
Italian
my-
mafia, bro.
Hey, yo,
This is
yo, yo.
AI. This is AI. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Bro, man will just
Me
go
no
missing on the
English.
Blackwall Tunnel, you know? Man will just go missing, fam.
Can't laugh.
This is Culture Cam.
Kadani sounds
the
like an
last
Italian
time
surname.
Culture Cams appeared on a podcast.
Kadani sounds like an Italian surname.
Hey, Kadani.
Kadani.
I was gonna say my
Buzzini.
dad of the week this week. I'm gonna give.
You beg, man. You begging it, man. You begging. You Algerian, brother.
Hey, and he's not Somali.
You from Africa?
Who could pass as more Italian between me and Fuad? Don't joke with that.
You begging it, man. You begging it, man.
Don't worry.
You
I can't lie.
Algerian, brother.
Fuad's got a bit of a dozy to him still.
Hey, I'm staying out of it.
What do you mean by that? My dad of the week, I'm going. I don't know whether I want to give it to Ajax as a club, but I definitely want to give it to Maurice Stein, the manager, in the way he's ran this institution into 1 point above bottom. Ajax,
They had
the record champions of Holland, are dying in front of our eyes, bro, and it's in the hands of this brother. And I'll get
Hag
this.
misprofiled.
This has been like a
Whose side are you on here, bro?
This
This guy just lives for an agenda,
He's
bro.
just a terrorist. That's what I've realized.
Maybe send out. Actually, let me say that.
The way he's just managing the squad, I think this is a problem that stems from obviously Overmars' shenanigans from when he got sacked. They lost their director of football. They lost Van der Sar obviously to health complications. Lost Ten Hag, their manager. The wishing well of the academy. I don't know if it's producing the same caliber as it once was, but bro, Ajax are in a dark place right now, bro.
Losing the they had a 6-pointer today.
Bro, it was 3-3. The game got called off, I think, for a plastic
it was
cup.
2-0 first
It was
squad,
2-0.
and they
They
came back
came
to win 3-2, the lead 3-2.
Yeah.
And
That
the
was
funniest thing, by the way, is that European lad Twitter account, seeing the way he,
Oh.
bro, when he
Poor
scored,
guy,
it's like,
man.
Bergwijn, the comeback is on, and then you just get the tweet, 3-3.
I feel so bad for him, man. Like,
Nah, you can hold that, bro.
I know you United fans have
can
this
hold
weird beef with him. It's funny, but Ajax, they're suffering right
That's
now.
a good dud.
You got
Just a quick question.
Oh my God.
What happened to Messi sanity?
Huh?
the season's
losing
over.
to Charlotte FC.
Yeah, I've seen that Toronto when Messi joined, Inter Miami were 15th. At the end of the season, Inter Miami are 14th.
Hold on, do you know how many MLS games they played?
Don't matter, 4 or 5. Win them, please. Win them, please.
No,
You know,
they start
for
losing.
agenda's sake,
win
I
them,
want to
please.
jump on board, but I know it's not a good road.
Load management.
Ain't there been like bad
management?
cup games and stuff
They
going
start-
on?
No, but
He's
they
Messi skipping fixtures. What's
yeah.
Kawhi now? Yeah, load management.
they started losing when he was on load management.
Injured, but he's always fit for Argentina, innit?
Hey, we got our priorities, man.
They start losing. He's on load management.
Bleed
There we go.
Albiceleste.
What happened to Messi sanity? That's
Who
all
said
I'm
you wanted to
saying.
bleed into Miami?
Hey, bro, it's a losing cause. They were going to make the playoffs.
I
Rest
ain't-
up for next season. This guy's not
I
getting
ain't
the
seen
picture.
an ESPN post in about in about 2 months.
Hey, listen,
What's
you're
going on?
Bleacher Report post
villain.
anything.
That's really how you want to end the show.
Bleacher Report.
This guy.
Messi hit the crossbar for a free kick.
Hey, bro. I'm on those accounts.
I think that's Leah's tweeting them still. That's Leah's tweet making them tweets.
Oh man. So is that your dud? Or?
Yeah, no, I'm just
You got a dud?
post
Is
it
that
out
your
there.
dud?
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Just man do it. Alright, cool.
Don't worry.
Production, who's your dud?
I got 2 duds. The Sevilla fans in general.
Yeah.
For the racismo against Vinny.
Yeah.
And also the Real Madrid fans. The abuse I'm seeing towards Sergio Ramos on Twitter because he's doing what Sergio Ramos has done his entire career.
Thank
So
you
what? It's cool when he does it for you guys, but when he does the same bullshit he's done his entire life for a different club, now all of a sudden he's not a Real Madrid legend. Or I thought Ramos was different.
But was he even really in the scrap though? It just looked like he was.
No,
stopping
but because he like
Camavinga.
pushes
got face to
Camavinga
face
away,
with Rudiger.
Real Madrid fans were like, he's supposed to be a Real Madrid legend. Why is he behaving like
You know
this?
what it is the
Yeah,
week
just
before-
go and let
the week
Camavinga
before-
slump your Sevilla teammates.
Nah, the week before he also conceded the winner to Barcelona to let them win 1-0, and then he
They're
put
still
on an
angry.
absolute monster class against them, clearing off the line, doing all these blocks and tackles, getting in Rudiger's
They're just
face,
upset.
and that's why he's my champ of the week actually. So,
Great segue.
Real men are still alive.
Yeah,
Great
that
Big up
segue.
Sergio Ramos.
Great segue.
That was
I
a
like-
Ramos derby.
My champ is Sir Bobby, man. Sir
Hey,
Bobby,
that's
Sir Bobby, Sir Bobby, man. Sir Bobby.
Yeah, man.
We spoke at the beginning, but that's massive, man. That's champ of the week, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
looking forward to seeing how we mark his memory for the next
You know
2
who I think
games.
deserves one as well? Douglas Luiz, man. He's on a nice little
Ollie Watkins.
home streak run,
Watkins,
but
my
I think
boy.
like 6 home games in a row. Today he scored 2 as well.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Like,
got.
Douglas Luiz.
I got
is-
one more.
Some of them
I
are
have
pens.
some- I have a
Some of
champ
them
as
are pens. I've got a champ. Some of them are pens, but like for someone that's playing holding mid, he's rising up for them still.
I know quite a few of them are penalties and that. but
Yeah. He's still doing his thing, innit? You gotta put him in the back of the net.
Who Areola was it in goal?
Yeah.
Called you out.
My champ of the week is Jose Mourinho.
Oh, did you see his
Jose
reaction?
Jose
This
Mourinho
is some next stuff.
got sent off because El Shaarawy scored a goal and he went to the Munzer fans and he was doing garage face.
No way.
Oh, I didn't see it. I think you're talking
No
his
way.
response to the drug guy, the guy that got banned just recently for drugs. By the way, that's the dud candidate.
Papu Gomez.
Do they have to review that?
The World
Argentina
Cup?
World
Whoa,
Cup?
hold on.
And
Papu
that's-
Gomez.
and that's Sevilla Europa League.
Papu Gomez played 1 game at the World Cup.
Which
you know
game
which one
was
it
it?
was?
Hold on.
The
Was
game
he
they
not
lost to
sharing
Saudi
that tape?
Arabia.
Yes. Was he not sharing that little
The
green leaf
tea,
thing
the tea.
all around the bus? What were they drinking?
Don't worry about it.
You know you can't see inside that. You know you
we're
can't see
questioning
inside that.
prime PEDs, but we don't want to question the Argentinian mates.
Can't lie, Messi looks really revived in that World Cup as well. You know?
All of a sudden, Messi was charged
Now
up.
he's have to do load management afterwards.
So it's cool when Maradona does it, but when Messi does it's a problem.
Hey,
It wasn't
It wasn't
cool.
cool.
when Maradona did it. It
Mafia.
wasn't cool.
We want an equal game for all.
Who told you it was cool when
My
Maradona
dad did it.
Wait, explain what Jose said about the
I
judge.
can't exactly get the quote, but basically the guy, I can't get the quote personally,
cool.
but he said something that went viral.
Yeah, no, mine was because he got a red card for calling them crybabies. It's just a typical Jose thing to do. Like your team win and somehow you're the star of the show.
I want to give a shout as well, lastly, to Cole Palmer as well, man. I like, bro, he's gone Chelsea.
CP?
He's taking responsibility.
said it
He's
a few
taking
weeks. You laughed at me when I
he's
said it,
taking
though.
responsibility. But you said he's going to pay in a 10. I was like, no, I'm not sure about 10, but he's taking responsibility, which I respect. You know what I mean? And he's showing that.
No.
You know, he's just showing that Cole Palmer's always been a good player. I've always liked Cole Palmer, but I like the way he just come in and he's like, yo, this right wing position is going to be mine. Because you see, like, there was Sterling maybe there, Noni. We know Noni going to end up the another one on the loan list eventually. You know what I mean? Let's just be realistic. It's going to happen. But you know what I mean? Like, he's just come in and he's like, this is going to be my position for the next couple years. So big up him.
I got my
Production,
champ of the
Gabby, go
week. I need you guys to all strap in and pay attention to what I'm about to say. My champ of the week is Cristiano Ronaldo. The top scorer of 2023, revitalized for the Portuguese national team.
Nah.
Fair enough.
No.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Not
Greatness.
from him though.
Wow,
I'm not
I can't-
accepting. Hold on. I'm not accepting that from him.
I knew this was coming.
He is the main guy that clowned Ronaldo going to Saudi.
Hold on. I clowned Ronaldo.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Nah,
You had your time. You had your time.
He hasn't finished giving his chance. He hasn't finished giving his chance. He hasn't finished giving his chance. Let him finish giving his chance. Let him finish giving his chance though, because there was one more. No, he hasn't finished the points.
That was your chance.
Hold on.
He hasn't finished the
I
points.
have never clowned
He's gonna talk
Ronaldo
about the
for
free
going to
kick.
Saudi Arabia. I actually said that this was a perfect move for his career.
Okay.
Have you finished giving the champ out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't want to talk about the free kick?
Liège Army is the ones that ran Ronaldo out of Man United.
Yeah.
He was clowning him weekly.
It can't be separated.
Hold on. And then he was the one now saying he's gone to that bum ass league. Blah, blah, blah,
never
blah.
said that, never said
Then when
that.
Messi
That's
won the
not
World Cup, the GOAT debate it never existed. This is all Liège. Now he wants to give a round of
You see what
applause.
this
This
guy does
is
though,
fake.
bro?
You see what I'm saying? This is fake.
Ronaldo fans, look at the people who are trying to separate us and trying to...
I've caught Liège lately, yeah. Do you know what Liège trying to do? He's trying to win over fans again.
Nah,
I'm
I don't
watching him
think-
with Liverpool fans. I'm watching him putting in like 10 of their players in the team of the season so far. And now he's trying to get Ronaldo fans back. I'm watching Liège.
Just slimy, you know.
I'm watching him. I'm watching Liège closely, bro. Trust me.
Look, man.
He's a fake. He's a fake over there, bro.
Everyone wants to see my downfall, but all I can say is these wins keep coming in. Cristiano Ronaldo, salute, bro.
Everyone in the
fan.
What's
everyone in the
everyone
chat. Everyone in the chat is saying Griezmann.
He should, yeah. Hat trick.
So we'll
Yeah.
give him a shout. Griezmann.
Yeah.
He got a hat trick, yeah?
Yeah, he got a hat trick.
He's back.
Remontada.
That season, he had the most assists in La Liga, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
He had a
season
great
he was
World
playing
Cup.
Really well, man.
What else is everyone saying? Can you like just a few random things?
Griezmann is the one that most people are talking about, to
Okay.
be honest with you.
Any duds in there?
Nah, not really. Gary O'Neill also, they want to give a champ to. I think he deserves one, right? Because people were talking about Bournemouth or higher. Faisal, for example, was talking about Iraola is going to revolutionize Bournemouth. Bournemouth haven't won a game under Iraola, and Wolves, who were a lot of people's favorite to go down this season, look better than look as good as they did under Nuno with Gary O'Neill.
They bring
Best
real
of
men.
B.O.B..
Hey, yo, you remember when you clowned Gary O'Neill about real men?
Hold on, what? He's a good coach. He has to be real men now.
He's got a track record.
Hold on. Because he's a good coach, he's real men now.
Prize, man.
You know, B.O.B.
This guy's my
Best of
today,
British. That's
Because
what
of
we like.
Odegaard.
I love this. This United
the-
in-house
the-
beef. I love it.
This whole episode has been B.O.B. Best of British. That's what we like.
Oh, man.
Real stuff.
Hype, bro.
Best of British. That's
Hey,
what
you're
it is,
British
man.
now, bro. Don't try it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, listen, man. That's another episode, man. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out. Make sure you follow the individual socials. We will be doing a lot of stuff this week. Make sure you follow DR as well. Subscribe. Listen, man, you already know what time it is. FCM, you're welcome to the movement. We'll be back next week. Peace.